And this is All Flesh Must Be Eaten. I still don't actually know what session this is now that I think about it. I just assume that it's session 7. So we're gonna go with that. Now, when we last left off, they only had the first floor of the mansion. I added the other floors for them. Professional map-making tools, don't worry. And to start most of this off, and most of this session itself, will be what they did over the last week for building, because up until now, your survival in this apocalyptic world has been over the course of the first 2 or 3 days. It hasn't been very long, and society has more or less completely broken down across the country. So, for about a week, there isn't much news, there isn't much that changes. So, assuming you guys are planning to do regular things, such as, maybe scout out the area, build some things inside your fortress, or just generally prepare, that is the time that you have now. Let me know what you guys were planning to do. I believe, Matic, you talked about building a thing, so we can start with you if you have any other ideas.
Let me go to my notes that are some reason not on my desktop.
I would like a little personal room for myself. Somewhere eventually,
Well, as you can see, there aren't really any personal rooms around here, though you can set up a workspace in really anywhere around here. Just let me know what you're trying to do here. You guys do have some other supplies as well. I do have those recorded.
Is there any way you could build like a small little wall? Not like a wall, but like one of those
partition.
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 Like, yeah.
Okay.
So
what are you trying to do?
Just have a little working space in this area,
Well, that's a bedroom actually. It's a side bedroom, but it's a main bedroom with a dorm room on the southern end. This is, from what you can tell, this was most likely a rented out space. Which means that somebody lived in this room, and then the room below it as well was probably a children's room or something.
Then, if it's okay with you guys, some of the dining area over here for like a little workspace.
In the cook area?
Yeah, just put a partition right here where I'm at, and use this little cordon off section just to work on my little projects.
Why not?
I don't know why anyone would let you build a partition for no reason.
I'd say on the first floor.
Reason for it, but we're building we're cutting off an entryway already, and we don't have enough building supplies to really fortify an area that isn't necessary. I'd rather put all the supplies towards this area with the tank traps in the hallway.
Okay.
Because we already have enough pipe to do 2 rows out of 4. I know that much. And I think that was what I wanted to do, is to set up the
you're trying to build like just a part. You're trying to build a barrier
cell
there.
Bars.
Yeah, you're trying to build a barrier there in order to have a defensible location in case anything breaks in.
Yep. So then we can sort of fight them from the back, from behind the tank traps and the bars where they can't get at us.
Yep. That is fine. You already rolled for that, and you are perfectly capable of making such a thing.
So does that mean I can use one of these empty rooms from the first floor for like my chemical needs,
Chemical needs?
He's trying to set up a unconventional medicine laboratory, I assume. You can use one of those rooms, yes, that is perfectly fine, as long as nobody is going to be trying to stop you or use the room themselves. The thing is, you don't really have much in the way of chemicals and such to work with at the moment.
Yeah, we need to scavenge more supplies for that. Now, Cody, in one of those rooms, there's a second staircase, correct? Or mostly destroyed staircase, I should say.
Correct, yes, there is.
It's this one?
No, it's back here in this corner. Yeah, it's back here in this corner. I'm missing the room. Yeah, it's like right here. Yeah. That staircase leads up, and it leads to about this area right here. Actually, it's more right here. But the point of that staircase is, it's there, and it's a pretty, it's a very short staircase. It's more of like imagine crawling up into an attic.
Gotcha.
It's like that, but
Sort of like-
elongated. It's like a sloped tunnel almost. It's very
Gotcha.
very low clearance.
Okay. That's good. Okay. We're gonna need to fortify that because that's an entry point.
I'll mark it on the map when I get it. I
Yep,
have something to mark it
whatever.
with. Right now, it's not a concern because there's no way anything could climb up it without actual climbing gear. So
Gotcha.
I should also mention that these board type things, these are the windows on the second floor.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna need to get
They are barred.
something to They're barred already?
Yes.
Sweet.
The
No.
bars are kind of rusted away, but they are there.
They're old, but they're covered at the
Put
very least.
bandages on them. I'm sure I'll be fine.
All right. So do I still have to build that, or the jail bars for the hallway?
Yeah, you were building that. You already rolled for that
Okay.
last week.
All right. So I'm rolling again on engineer then. Switch that over there. Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice.
There's a D10.
Roll a d10. Do I have to roll a d10?
Go
You
ahead.
don't have to. if you don't
There's
want
no negative
to.
to
Oh,
it.
nice.
There is no negative to rolling another d10. That is a 19.
Cool.
I'll have that recorded, and you won't know what that does. All you know is you feel like you built those bars pretty sturdily.
Good. I hope I did. All right. So then that's kind of halfway cordoned off now. We still need some more pipe to get that up.
You have about tank traps go up about 4 feet themselves.
Yeah. And we determined that it was like a
And the bars you have currently built, you were basically using a small step ladder and the tank traps themselves to build a jail cell bar set up on top. It's about 2
Okay.
feet blocking the clearance there, which leaves
So-
4 feet in the center that are still unblocked.
yeah. Okay.
You, for now, with that engineering roll, have a couple of connected bars going across the centerpiece to keep the pipes that are connected to the roof, or I guess, the between the two
Ceiling,
floors.
the tank traps,
Yeah, you have a bar set up to against the walls to hold those bars in place more easily. Whoops. So that they don't fall and they're secure for now. But it can be removed if you want to extend the bars further down when you have more supplies for such things. All right. Anything else?
From Medic or from everyone in general?
Nope.
Well, Maddox at this point, but does anyone else have anything they're doing? And Panda, for you, let me find this. Because you're trying to set up a thing, I'll put it on... I'll find something for you that you can use, but for right now, you don't really have any supplies for this. You are just setting up a work area.
Yeah, I would like to put whatever extra supplies or like the pants and stuff, just whatever I have grabbed from previous missions, just you put it in there.
You haven't ever mentioned picking anything up.
I picked up.
You got some
one-
herbs at one point, but herbs themselves are not enough to do much.
All right. Aside from that, I would just want to craft some supplies or craft more of the item.
All right, roll me unconventional medicine, and I think you have something else that I want you to roll as well. Give me a second. Yeah, roll me your chemistry roll, your unconventional medicine, and occult knowledge. All right, fantastic. So, over the course of this week, you are developing various things and attempting to use what you have right now. In terms of herbs and such, you are able to restore some of the things you have. I'll let you know specifically when you try to use something if you would have something that would work in this effect or not. But you are able to replenish some of your supplies with the herbs and some things you had on you, as well as diluting some substances you already had. The organic chemistry roll does allow you to repurpose some of the herbs in order to do such a thing. With occult knowledge, however, you recall some legends and such about various bits of zombie, bodies, blood, brain, tissues that can be used for interesting effects. And doing that, you are able to create 3 vials of unknown substances. You're not sure what they do, but what you know is that they should not be ingested by someone living.
Mm.
All right, then. That's good to know. At least I would make sure I don't pass it to Lee or anybody else.
Yeah.
Just somebody I want to kill. Or something I want to kill.
Savvy.
Should
over
we
the
be
course-
worried?
You don't know what it will do to a zombie, but you know to a living person that it will essentially act as a high power poison.
Very nice.
Savvy
It's like-
wants.
Oh, I should mention, it's a venomous poison, not a ingested poison, meaning it has to be inflicted by a weapon wound that draws blood. It cannot be put on food or the like and have somebody eat it. That will not actually work, it'll just be digested.
Oh, darn.
It might make someone sick, but it's not going to poison them and kill them.
Coat the bullets.
Yeah, I guess that'll work, or whoever has a weapon that can cut.
You can coat 1 magazine of ammunition roughly per vial. It's not fully one magazine because it depends on the caliber, but for example, 9mm, it's 15 bullets. For 5.56, it would be 10 bullets.
Interesting.
You can decide on that later. Anyone else have anything they're building or doing?
Savvy wants to, throughout the course of the week, do sweeps of the area with what was it called?
Astral projection or whatever?
Death projection.
Death projection,
yeah.
that's it, yes. Alright.
He's doing it in about I'd say 100-mile radius, give or take.
That'll take a
'Cause
long
she moves
time,
really
so
fast.
yes.
She moves 500 miles an hour.
Yes, but that's still going to take you a long time to actually...
she's
Because you can
like,
move that
she's-
fast, but you can't register what you're seeing that fast.
she's basically like spending most of the day, unless someone like wakes her, to make sure that everything is like, I'll say 50 because 100 is a lot bigger than 50 miles.
Mhm.
But that's basically what she's doing for the week.
Okay, roll me 3 D100s. For the most part, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. While you're doing this, you do get a sense to the northeast that some trouble may be brewing because a lot of the animal life is fleeing from that direction. However, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary within your search radius.
Otherwise, she's not really handy with stuff. So other than like blade maintenance, she's not doing much.
Mhm.
Actually, she should probably sharpen her blenders.
Machetes.
Blenders.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Like
machetes. Sorry.
holding blenders.
Yeah, they're the blenders.
Cody.
Okay.
What's up?
Can I get like I guess a description of how worn my axe is?
Oh, yes, you can. Roll me weapon maintenance or something that you feel would be appropriate to judging the quality of a weapon. Perfect. Now you're not quite sure the exact, you're not going to have like exact mechanical numbers, obviously, but you're not sure exactly how long it'll hold up. However, it seems that in terms of the blade, it was a very well-made blade. It was meant for chopping down doors. So chopping through limbs is nothing new. It's nothing that is going to just shatter the axe, but you've been using it a lot and you've been hitting the ground a lot with it. So, judging by the edges and the quality of the metal, you think you're about halfway through using this axe before you start running into serious problems.
All right, cool.
Could Lee sharpen his broadsword? Because, he did throw it into a wall.
Oh, jeez.
You can definitely try.
I would definitely let him use the thing. Yeah. She
Mhm.
usually just keeps it on her.
I don't have a skill for that, so could I give it to Mr. Maddox if he has time during this week?
He'll have time to repair one more weapon if he wants to work on his axe.
Yeah. So I'll do my axe and his sword. I can do that.
Alright. Alright. You buff out a few of the dents on the axe, you resharpen the blade, and you can see there's still a couple of chips, but it definitely looks better. You think that that is probably going to last quite a bit longer now. As for the broadsword, that throwing into a wall did it no favors whatsoever. When you actually get a look at the weapon, you can tell this thing is bent almost beyond repair. You're able to take some of the tools you guys got from the hardware store and hammer out the dents, and with a little bit of work with the stove, and this is a gas stove, by the way, you are able to heat it, melt, and reforge it a little bit. You don't have the supplies on hand, but you are able to at least make it serviceable again, even though it's still badly damaged. And another throw like that, and you're not sure if this thing would be repairable at all.
Gotta treat your weapon better, boy.
Hey, Maddox, I have an idea here on a new weapon. So you seem like you know how to manage metal and such. Would
Done a
you
little
be able
bit.
to make me a sword?
Maybe. Depends on what you have in mind.
Basically it's just a big block that has sharp edges and a handle, and it's
Man.
6 feet long.
Did you say 6 feet?
Yes,
Boy, that's bigger than me.
I mean I'll help you.
You'd have to move it for me, but maybe
Yeah.
in like 2 months of work. That's a
Alright.
lot.
Alright.
So you've started that quest line. Who else? Is anyone else working on anything?
Savvy would probably also sharpen her own machetes.
Yep. Yours aren't nearly as badly damaged. You don't need to roll for this. It's just simple sharpening. It's something that,
Gotcha.
because you've been around blades, you know how to do.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else?
6-foot sword. Ridiculous.
Do I still need a filter for the well?
Yeah. You have the vacuum to actually get to work on that if you would like to start that.
Can I help you?
Yeah.
Savvy?
You don't have time for that. You have too much that you're already trying to do. Now, I mentioned that this was because of some of your old work, so this is going to work a little bit odd, but it's going to roll off of your surveillance stat because it's from some of your old work and stuff you used to do. Roll d10.
Whoa.
Ooh, roll a d10.
Whoa.
Oh Christ.
All right.
Oof.
Roll a d100.
Did Savvy roll it?
No.
Ooh. And that is some bad luck, friend. All right, so you get to work on this. And not through fault of your own, actually. You already know how to do this filtering thing. The problem is, this well is much worse off than you originally thought. Upon actually working on it, you realize that in the aquifer down below ground, it was probably connected to some sort of water main that ran through this country area. And probably supplied water to most of the nearby areas as well. But something broke, and it got contaminated with sewage as well as from those sewers, they probably led somewhere more populated. So you can see the remnants of both undead and waste material of humans in this well, and as much as you can try with the vacuum and other work that you have, you don't think you're going to be cleaning this up in a week. To repair that and get everything working again is going to take a lot more materials or a lot more work.
Mm-hmm.
Probably both.
That's just lovely.
Ouch.
Alright. Is there any reason you're following me around, Savvy?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Alright, well then you just stay right the fuck there, you weirdo.
Anyone else?
Is there any possibility I can make a single antidote for one of the venoms just in case one of us accidentally cuts ourselves?
One of you accidentally poisons yourself with this that you've made?
Oh.
Hmm.
This is just in case, you know.
Roll
if
me
the
on conventional
possibility
medicine.
arise.
To be fair, that could be used as a good like intimidation thing, like do what we say or else we antidote.
You cannot. You are not able to synthesize the correct antidote. You make something that will probably dull the effects, but it won't cure it. It'll still really... It'll cause a lot of problems, but even if this was going to be lethal to a person, which you're not sure. It might be lethal, it might not. It depends on the person. But this will dull the effects, so it might make it less lethal, but it's not a full antidote.
I could live with that. At least it could be used as for the group, you know. If we need to cut something and use it as a bargaining chip. Where's Savvy? Where's
What?
he? Where's
Savvy's upstairs.
oh, he's upstairs.
Yeah, I was
Right,
upstairs.
he's far away from me, Savvy.
Fucking
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah.
Keeps following me around.
Like in all actuality, Sally's probably just meditating as she's doing her. What was it?
Creeping on Aaron still.
No, she's actually meditating so that she can do her death protection.
All right, so Savvy.
Abby's, if you could wake her, she's sitting there, cross-legged, just like sitting there, almost dead.
I would like to poke Savvy a few times to try and wake him up.
I assume that works.
I don't see why
I feel
not.
like headpats would work better.
She
Poke.
so
Okay.
she, I guess she wakes up and was like, yeah, what, hi,
He
hi.
gets, hey, I want to give you some stuff. So you've
Okay.
been asleep for a while, and I've been working on some stuff. So here's a vial for some weapons. You know,
Okay.
it could pretty much harm a person very, very badly, or kill them. I don't know yet, but it could screw somebody up very badly.
Oh,
So I wanted to give you one vial, and I also wanted to give you this another vial that'll dull the effects a little bit.
Okay.
It might not possibly cure it, but it could help. I know that you'll figure something out.
okay. Thank you, Aura. I'm sorry I've been so coarse recently. I guess we get on each other's nerves. I'm not sure. But sorry for earlier, and thank you.
It's all right. I mean, I like to be a badass, so my badassery can get in the way of things. But
Yeah, sometimes,
I don't want
but,
to be. I want to be helpful to the group, so yeah.
I
See you later.
appreciate it. Take care.
You too. Cool.
One time Aura's nice.
As
All
I
right.
walk away-
What was that, Panda?
It was like as I'm walking away, like going back to my the stairs, I grin happily, knowing that he doesn't know I have another 2 vials just for myself, just in case we need more.
Okay. Well, there you
Can
go.
we say I was listening on the conversation and sense motive?
Now you're resting in the other
You're
room.
resting in the other room.
The walls are pretty thick.
Oh, God.
You're being a badass in your sleep.
If you were doing something else, if you had something else you were planning to do, then maybe. But for now, you just said that Ark is sleeping.
No, he was helping out occasionally, but mostly sleeping.
All right.
At least for the first 4 days.
What if he was faking his sleeping the whole time?
Oh no.
No, he was dreaming about catching bullets and
Oh, got it.
static and shit.
He's going through a freaking battle trance.
Yeah.
Lee was lifting things for people when they needed him to, but the rest of the time he was working out, eating, and sleeping.
As he does. All right, fantastic. So, what are you guys planning to do now then?
How's the power? Has it been flickering?
The power has not been very intermittent lately. To your surprise, it seems to be running just fine for the moment. You haven't needed to set up the generator yet, at least.
People might have already gotten there. And they might start controlling it if they get enough control over it, I guess. And maybe start
We
rationing
don't-
out power.
we
I don't know.
really
Just
have
thinking out loud.
gasoline reserves, do we?
We have how much gas do we have? A few tanks.
You guys have. Are you gonna actually check how much gasoline you have? Because nobody's done that yet.
Sadly, will, because that's actually a good idea. It's like,
Yeah.
how much gas do we have?
Are you guys going to be refilling your vehicles?
Oh, let's check-
Well,
check.
let's see how full they are and how full the cans are.
The white truck is running pretty close to empty, probably about an eighth of a tank left. The red truck has about a quarter of a tank, and the motorcycle is still near full. Hasn't been driven that much. Driven. That's it. That's the word.
So refill. Red truck
How
first
much?
or
Well,
white truck?
how
first?
much gas do we have lying around?
Well, based on the fact that the Janeville Militia actually gave you quite a bit based on their own supplies because they weren't planning on using it, they were heading out of the city and didn't have any serviceable vehicles, you have about 40 gallons of gas total that you have stored.
That's pretty good. Do we know how much this bucket of bolt takes?
Yeah, I think we should fill up the white truck,
Let me check.
or at least halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. Right. So each of these trucks, they're not older, they're more utility trucks than anything else. They have let me roll for this. Just
I thought the red one was fancy. Because it was Old Man Jenkins' truck. He was a collector, wasn't he?
It was Old Man Jenkins, but he wasn't a collector. He was he was just eccentric. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love my old Peppy's truck.
However, you replace the gas tank in the red truck. You're not sure why. It can hold about 29 gallons.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty
And
good.
that one's got a quarter of a tank, so we can leave it for a little bit.
The white truck can hold 24 gallons.
Alright, so let's fill the white truck up halfway, because that'll be 12 gallons.
It has about an eighth of a tank still in it.
Halfway total. Like,
You want to just call it 10 gallons then?
yeah, sure.
Put 10 gallons into the white truck,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Like,
do you want to just
7 gallons.
leave? I don't think we should really fill up the red truck, because if we need to put it into the generator, it's better that we have it available. And we have the white truck, which is on half, so we'll be able to go wherever we need.
And if we need like scouting things or like faster, more
Yeah, if we
mobility,
need to
we
just
have
run, the red truck's got gas in it, ready to go.
And also the motorcycle.
Yep, that too. It's on full.
All right.
Now, where do we want to go and what are we looking for?
Good question. What kind of supplies do we need? Do we need more like base materials? Do we need?
I mean, we could use more base building materials because they can finally seal off that hallway.
Okay.
As well, we can reinforce the windows on the second floor, and maybe do something to that second staircase because they can't really climb. But if one of those tree trunk leg leaper dudes gets in there,
Yeah.
he might have not so much of a problem.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is Home Depot.
Another Home Depot?
We didn't go to Home Depot last time.
We just
Oh.
found a little hardware store.
Okay. I'm fairly
Like
certain it would
wizard.
mostly be rated, but we could probably take like
Yeah, that's
the
true.
shelves if they're still there and use those. like
Sort
the
of.
shelves.
Any
What would we need for a forge?
Fire brick, charcoal, shop vac.
All right, sounds good. Home Depot it is.
yeah, because I got to get some supplies there for, as well for like organic. To start
Chemical.
going.
Anvil too.
Do we know where any metalworking facilities are?
Well,
Do we have any,
Metalworking
like-
facilities?
Yeah.
You
So-
remember that you passed by an industrial district when you were going towards the furniture store that you came across?
Ooh.
So could we take both trucks then? Because I want to get some like plants and stuff getting ready for like the second floor.
If we want to take both trucks, we should probably fill up the red one.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
should put more into the red one.
And then we'll leave the bike back here.
Yeah,
So
I
that
don't
it
think we
actually
need
has
all
room.
3 vehicles. It's
Yeah.
just a.
And
We're just
just in
doing
case
that for
Aaron needs to like
carrying
run from
capacity.
something.
Yeah, it's always good to have one.
Although Savvy doesn't really want to leave anyone with her bike, but she'll leave it since it's the better
Get
idea.
over it,
Aaron
you-
steals your bike.
Savvy hunts her
It's a
down.
Dragon.
She's not a fucking dragon.
I'm taking shotgun.
In the back it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, Savvy, you gotta drive the other truck then.
Oh yeah, I do. Shit.
All right.
Um,
How
where-
much
where
fuel are you
headed
putting in
off
the red
to?
truck?
Oh, that's true.
10?
Yeah, fuck it.
5? 10?
Nah, just put another 10. We'll go 20,
Okay.
20 gallons left.
All right, that brings
30 gallons left,
to
I think.
20.
because we put 10 into
20?
the
Oh,
white
okay.
as well.
Right.
Give me a second.
Started with 40.
Give me a second for math reasons. Don't worry.
Math.
And then I guess we're gonna head off to that industrial area and see what we can pick up. Really, anything will work as an anvil, just as long as I can. Well, no, that's not true. I need a giant honking chunk of fucking steel
Mm-hmm.
that can support a 6-foot sword. Fucking
Hey, just imagine me swinging that though.
I'd rather
I
not.
don't really. I don't want to because I'll be caught up in it too.
All right. So you're heading back to the industrial area. I'm gonna need somebody to roll a d100.
Is it Savvy's turn?
It's whoever you want.
Oh no.
I am so glad I did that.
Technically, you rolled it at the same time, but
Yeah.
Klein's actually showed up first for me.
Seriously?
Oh,
Ark
Fuck.
showed it up first for me.
Yeah.
All right,
it showed up
that's a
first
roll
for me.
20 thing.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure it did. Give me a moment. Still addressing things because you guys are bringing more vehicles now. All right, so heading back to the industrial zone. We'll use Ark's roll. You don't run into anything on the way, so you don't need to make any drive checks.
I already did that in advance. My bad.
It's fine. I'm just saying you don't need to. If you did anyway, good for you, I guess. It doesn't really matter, but good for you. Savvy on the map wasn't.
Oh, right.
To get there, you of course take a different route because you don't want to head back past the furniture store that you ran into last time. And
Yeah, with the giant dudes.
yeah, you don't want to head back that way and risk running into that sort of situation again. What were you gonna say?
Hmm?
I thought you were gonna say something. Anyway,
We said fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Basically.
but you do come to a recognizable area. Ark remembers it very well as he looks at the ground and sees the. Goddamn! Roll me another one.
Yep, mine too.
Yeah.
Not getting trapped that time.
No, I think it's like
God
What?
damn!
What
God
the fuck?
damn! All right, so
I gotta try it. Wait.
difficult perception.
Difficult.
I need you guys to tell me what you're
Oh
trying.
my god!
That was a 9 from freaking Dorms as well.
Yeah, it was.
What the fuck?
All right, so then.
Everyone
I
sees
think we saw it.
everything.
We are all aware.
Clearly.
Ground, guys.
You guys have
We're
been
woke.
here before. I don't really know what to tell you. Right.
yeah,
So
look at that.
you guys have been
Oh,
here
nice.
before. Ark recognizes it pretty quickly because he remembers where some pipes fell on him. You guys have taken
Yeah.
the supplies from the area, of course, so you've cleaned up the road at least. Now I'm gonna need you guys to mention what exactly you were trying to notice, because it depends on what you were
Everything.
What were you trying to look for specifically?
I'm just looking around, you know, trying to get a general feel for the area.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest,
Savvy's
See
looking for
what's
threats.
there.
Savvy's looking for threats. All right, roll a d100.
She also has
same here.
what was it? What's it called? The freaking acute hearing.
Right, of course.
Right.
I'm just looking.
D100. There you go.
Damn.
Oh,
all right, guys, let Savvy fucking roll them.
Yeah, really. Like, nobody else touches the D100 from now on.
yeah.
There are no threats.
All right.
At least not here.
honest, Lee was just looking around because he saw everyone else looking around.
Same.
Of course he was. All right. What was Ark looking for?
Well, considering I recognize the area, I was just looking for threats as well. But
Okay.
I kind of trust Savvy's role on this one.
I mean, you don't know the roles, but there are no threats. That much is clear.
Yeah.
Klein, what were you looking for?
Same.
Same. All right. You guys walk into this area. You drive in. Really, you drive in. You get out of your cars. You take a quick look around, and you notice very quickly that there is nothing here in terms of undead. Why that is, you're not particularly sure, but what you can tell is either everything was just evacuated from this area, things were killed. It doesn't, you can't really tell, but in terms of just going down this street, there is nothing to fear from the undead or possible bandits. It looks like this place has been completely deserted of both living and unliving creatures of all varieties.
Do not fear, Lee is here.
By the way, I'd like to mention, you actually said that I noticed well before I made my roll, but then I got a fucking 10 as well.
I know.
So,
You did
where's
notice
this
well.
industrial zone? I'm not too good with these street things.
Are those actual vehicles, or are they just broken?
Those
down?
are vehicles, but they're not drivable.
What's in
Yeah.
here?
What's in
I
the
would
trash
like
can?
to look into-
Yeah.
Mostly nothing. It looks like it was part of the barricade that was originally here, but it was kind of scrapped and it's not really worth bringing with or anything. It's too heavy to be used for anything
Continuity
useful.
errors.
I'm pretty sure.
That's
I
where that
already
trap
checked
used to be.
that.
That's
Last
where the
time that trash can was full of garbage that smelled bad.
yeah,
God
it
damn
was.
Hold on.
What about it?
Now it's empty.
No, it's still filled with garbage. Just
Okay.
upon actually looking at it in terms of where it is, it was probably used as part of the barricade.
Gotcha.
There's just really nothing to do with said trash can.
Oh, so
The
Flatlanders.
black square there was where the trap that Arc Trigger was.
Where exactly is this industrial area?
This is the industrial area.
You are in fact in the industrial area. If you look
Oh.
around, this is a factory zone.
Gotcha. Then I'm gonna go over here and do this.
All
See
right.
if I can find anything to fortify with.
Roll D100.
I can't make Savvy do this for me.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hey! Not terrible.
Dog things.
All right. That's not a bad roll at all. Klein is climbing apparently, and Ark is looting over here. All right. Starting with Maddox. This looks to be it was a factory. Well, actually, this one wasn't a factory. This is one of the very few that wasn't a factory. This actually looks like a water treatment plant. Seems to have been decommissioned some time ago, however, but you are able to find quite a bit of machinery, tools, and various other things that might serve well for, water treatment or just general melting down and reusing, or just reusing through various modifications.
Melting down, you say?
Is there anything you are looking for in particular while looking through this water treatment plant?
You're muted. You're muted.
I'm gonna assume there's a decent amount of piping that we
There
can
is,
then
yes.
integrate into the bar system I already have going. I'd like to take some of that.
There's quite a bit of piping.
Is there anything large and flat and metal, like 6 feet by 3 feet?
Not solid, no.
flat.
There are pipes that might fit that same specification, but they are hollow.
No, it won't work.
You could fill the pipe with something. Instead of a sword, it's
But
a
I
bat.
need it.
Nah.
He's the one who's carrying all this shit. I'm just the man making it. So we got some pipes for integrating into the bar system. What else do I need? Let me think on that. I'll get back to you.
All right. Going over to Arc, roll D100. This looks to be a primarily abandoned factory. From looking at the various machines and stuff in here, you're able to get an idea that it was probably a box factory, made corrugate cardboard and the like. But it was decommissioned many, many years ago. All you can tell is that there's old machinery, a couple of boxes lying around, and not too much else. If there's anything you're looking for that might be in such a factory, let me know, and maybe you'll find something. But beyond that, it is fairly empty.
Large blades to cut boxes?
All right. Can I?
Hello?
Woof.
Fucking damn it.
Dorange's computer ran into a problem and needs to
Nice.
so he is talking here now. So, I'm gonna ask Lee
Little quiet.
to go into some of these factories here. Alright?
Okay.
I want him to get anything that is steel and just rip it out and put it in just steel, scrap steel.
Okay.
As well, I'm gonna have him look for there's nothing that I could use. There's no like bags of concrete around here. This is all factory.
Not in here, no.
Because what I'm thinking is like I can use that dumpster as an anvil if I fill it with concrete and then turn it on its side. But like that's a lot of concrete.
You also aren't really sure how you would bring this dumpster back.
I just get Lee to get in the back of the truck and hold on to it. It's on wheels, right?
It's not how physics works.
Damn it.
Well, that's how it works now.
Do we want any of the conveyor belts?
I don't see any use for them really, unless the rollers are made of metal that down for this ridiculous sword.
I would also made of metal, but I don't know.
Alright.
I figured they'd be
Um, So you're trying to have Lee collect all of the steel from the water treatment plant, yes?
yeah, and then at the same time.
Are you including all of the gigantic steel pipes? Because there might be a few too many of those for you guys to bring back.
That is a valid point. No, we're trying to collect. Like, I don't want to grab big pipes. I want to grab little pipes because they're pretty much. Nah, I guess they're not the same thickness. But I want to get as much steel as possible because this is going to be going into the sword. So like, I don't know. Let me think on it while my computer fully restarts.
Alright.
Get back to Linus.
Going over to Klein then. Klein, roll a d100.
Okay.
Hey, good number. This
So much better than an 8.
this was a factory probably for making automobile parts. Or something of the like. You can't tell if it's motorcycle or just general car. There's a lot of automated machinery and such. It looks like it was still running up until the apocalypse happened, and there are a few bodies laying around, but no undead. In terms of machinery and supplies you guys could find, anything to do with cars for the most part, if you have anything in mind. Though it might not fit the models you have now, considering they are older and or specialized.
How about gas?
There is no gas, no.
Are there
Darn.
bolt guns?
Are there what?
Bolt
What?
bolt guns.
Bolt guns.
Ah.
Bolt guns. Give me a second. Sort of. There are. Most of them are either depreciated or just not in use, or attached to something that means that you wouldn't be able to bring it with, though you are able to find some smaller ones that were probably used for rivets for connecting doors and such.
Are there any like gears or like anything of the sort? Like,
If you were to spend time taking apart some stuff, I'm sure you could find some gears. I don't know why you would need gears, but you'd probably find some
for the
gears.
well. I was thinking for like the well, so it could be easier to make like a crank or something like that to pull the water
You
up
can
and
find
down
some
easier.
gears. You can find some gears, that's for sure.
And what is this thing over here?
What is that? Did
What
you
is
roll? Did you roll notice?
No. Oh, I rolled one earlier.
Roll one for searching.
Sure. It's still a 9.
Roll D100. Let me check my notes. Hold on. I did check my notes on that one. That's right on the borderline of one. This was a primarily construction-based area. Lots of heavy-duty equipment and tool manufacturing here.
Heavy duty equipment, as in like drivables?
Nothing really that you could drive in terms of forklifts or anything. Don't. No, you can't take any of them. You can't take any forklifts. I'm sorry. But other construction equipment, such as things like concrete, heavy steel, girders, construction equipment, power tools, that sort of thing.
How jackhammers?
There's a few jackhammers, yes. There's actually a jackhammer assembly line, but you know.
Hey, Cody.
What's up?
Did my building have car batteries by any chance?
Yes, that is a part of a car.
Okay, I'm going to need some car batteries.
All right, how many are you taking?
How many can I carry?
They're
Well,
pretty heavy, aren't they?
They're kind of heavy, but you can load them into the
They're
trucks.
kind of heavy.
You can load them into the trucks. Here's the thing. I have a inventory for each of the trucks that you have, right? And they have a certain capacity to them. The white truck has more capacity than the red truck, and basically if you're going to be loading a car battery, it takes 2 capacity per battery, and the trucks have 45 and 30 inventory space. You have a total of 75 for equipment to bring back at once.
Savvy wants to go find Lee and bring him here to where she found things.
I'll take 2 batteries, given that they're getting a ton of metal,
All right.
and that's
So-
going to take up most of the space.
Okay.
Savvy's just like, yo, Lee, stop whatever you're doing. Come here. Come here.
He's muted. I don't know what he's going on about.
Oh no. Odi, 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 odi.
All right. Well, we can wait for that for a second.
Okay.
Klein, was there anything else you were going to be looking for?
I'm thinking.
All right. Savvy, what were you going to be looking for anything else besides Lee? Besides things for Lee?
She wanted to get so there's rebar here, there's
Rebar,
freaking
yes. Yeah.
power tools, saws.
There are power saws, yes. There's also probably a few hand saws, but those are not very useful. Well,
rivet
not very
guns.
useful for combat. Rivet guns, yes.
How big?
Handheld rivet guns. There's nothing that would be attached to pneumatic air pressure. Everything is handheld and connected like that. There aren't any that would require a wheeled cart, and there's nothing that would benefit from having a wheeled cart follow it. Nothing that large.
She'll grab 2 rivet guns and a bunch of nails or rivets for itself.
Okay.
So 2, and then like
2 rivet guns.
4 packs.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. That is fine. Because you were primarily carrying a lot of that on yourself, it's only going to take 1 capacity from the trucks as you store the other rivet gun in a couple of the boxes.
Yep.
Anything else?
Let's see, what else could possibly be in. Do we need power tools for the house to like cut things?
We need like a saw.
Yeah, I
Is
was
there,
gonna
like,
say
a
probably a saw.
Yeah, a saw then, and a handsaw as well, just in case.
Handsaw
I
and
would think a few hand saws, or like as many as we can get.
As well as batteries for them, like battery packs.
battery packs. Battery packs are more or less included. You could recharge them using the generator or the wall outlets.
Oh, okay. Well, she's taking like 2 battery packs for each. So she
Two
can, like, switch
extra
them out.
battery packs are a little different if you want to have extra charged ones that you can replace at
Yes.
a moment's notice.
Are there any of those like solar powered like lights for like the outside? Like in that those like those dinky.
See,
solar-powered things?
that's the thing. You guys haven't searched this area fully yet.
I would like to search for the solar powered anything solar powered that's solar powered.
Roll me your notice or perception.
By the way, Klein wants to take the lights out of this building.
The lights.
Yeah, the lights.
You don't find anything solar powered. What kind of lights are? Why are you taking the lights? Like, what do you mean? What kind of lights?
You know, like those tube lights that.
Oh,
would
the
be on-
fluorescents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There are quite a few of those. There's about undamaged. There's about 12 undamaged fluorescent bar lights. Not bulbs, of course. These are the strip lights, not the
Yeah.
Does the car place have paint?
paint.
Yeah.
It does have paint.
Do we want to grab some paint?
Are you taking all those lights, by the way?
7.
7 of them? All right.
So, what was needed of Lee?
Savvy found placed with rebar and other such construction materials.
All right, so
And she wanted to show it to them as well as Maddox.
the question still remains: how much would have to be gathered in order to make the sword?
That is an excellent question. Moving on then.
What a brilliant answer.
I guess we collect some rebar as well, and like other metal from the construction site area builder, as well as those hand saws. What was it? 2 hand saws?
If you're taking 2 hands.
Were there regular saws as well?
There are power saws.
So should we just grab one of a hand saw and a power saw then? Or are those the same thing?
They are not.
And a hand saw and a power saw.
I'm talking hand saw as in like a manual saw that you would like a tooth saw.
Okay.
Yeah, manual. A power saw would be a
Circular?
handheld circular saw. Yes.
Also, are there any grinders?
Grinders. How so?
Like, well, what is it? You freaking. I don't think. Can you cut through like a freaking girder with just a regular saw? I don't think you can.
Not really.
So what do they use? What do they use to cut these things to length?
What do they use to cut them to length? Generally they use high pressure water cannons and other such things.
And
Those
those
are
are mounted though.
Yes.
Do we want one of those nozzles?
You wouldn't have the pressure to use it anyway.
Yeah, true.
There we go.
Which is a shame, but oh well.
All right.
So, do we want a jackhammer?
Yeah, I don't see a huge
Yeah, I don't really
amount of
see
use
any-
for it.
Yeah,
Like,
like a hand saw and a power saw though, definitely. But
yeah. I don't know, circular saws, sawzall, something like that, that's fine. And
Yeah.
hand saws are always good. We could trade that off to somebody else.
so then one for our own use, one for trading, and then a couple hand saws.
I'm pretty sure we
for,
also have some tools as well back at the base.
I mean, then we can just trade the ones that we grab.
Yeah, all right. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to figure out how much metal I need.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's rebar and are there girders? Are there girders as well?
Not many.
Do we want the
But
girder?
there are.
There are girders.
I didn't directly say that, but yes.
Do we
said
want
not
the
many.
girder?
I did
Are-
say not
are-
many.
Okay, are the girders
How
attached?
They're not actual girders, by the way. They're steel bracing. It's used to reinforce pillars and such. Or used for the interior bits of pillars. They are, depending on the length, very, very heavy, like a few hundred to a ton pounds. Which does mean that if you wanted to find one that was above 6 feet long and was, wide enough to work as a giant sword, you could, but it is circular. It is not. It is circular with bolts and riveted areas. It is not a solid piece of steel, and it would require reforging, very extensive reforging. But it would be easier than putting a whole bunch of metal together.
Yeah.
It is also very heavy.
Yeah.
Can it be dragged by 2 trucks?
You guys could put it in one of the trucks. That's fine. It's just going to take up a lot of capacity in one of the trucks.
Yeah.
So we need about 1,200 square inches of solid metal to make
For
this
the blade.
sword. For the blade, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Which, if you take one of those steel bracings, that's going to take about 30 capacity from the white truck, because that's
Okay.
the only one that can carry it effectively.
all right.
Which, with everything else you guys have collected, leaves you with 30 capacity left between the 2 trucks.
Oh, can we take it or not?
Yeah,
can.
no, we can. We'll only have 30. It's gonna take up half of our remaining capacity, though.
That's fine. I mean, unless we're still
How
grabbing more
much
things.
out of the sword does that chunk, or is that big enough for the whole thing?
It would be big enough for the entire sword if you could reforge it and actually smelt it together, rather than keeping
Okay.
it held together by rivets.
That's step one. All right, cool.
It's not that hard to
Looking
find large
around.
chunks of steel, alright?
Yeah.
The hard part is forging it.
Yeah.
And we gotta find everything to forge it exactly.
So
We need to find one of
do we
those
have
frickin'.
do we have large hammers in any of these buildings?
There's standard
Like,
hammers. There's not.
there's-
There's a sledgehammer. I mean, there's sledgehammers in the
Oh.
construction bit, but
All right,
Uh,
so I'm
are
gonna
there
make sure
any,
that I grab those because I'm gonna be needing that eventually.
Are there any
Sledgehammers?
jackhammers with the flatheads?
Flathead jackhammers? Yes.
Would we want one of those for the steel?
Oh, that's a tamper. You're talking about a tamper.
Yeah.
Could I adapt that to work, Cody?
What are you
Would
trying
let
to?
that happen?
What exactly are you trying to do with it?
I would mount it above a block and then feed the sword through it while I ran it, acting like a power hammer.
All right, so you're basically trying to use it as a giant hammer.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll mount like a perfectly flat steel plate, and then put another one below it and have it like mounted up in the air, so I can feed the sword in the space in between and use it like a hammer rather than having to swing.
You could, but it would not be as effective as just swinging at it. You could do a combination of both as well, and the reason it wouldn't be as effective is while it can hit more quickly, the force per hit is lower than a sledgehammer blow or a heavy hammer blow.
A directed hammer blow.
Right.
Gotcha.
So
All
maybe
right.
like the beginning stuff would be tamper, and then the rest would be actual sledgehammers for the fine tuning.
Yeah. Well, what's the capacity looking like on that tool?
The tamper is going to take up 3 capacity itself.
Okay.
And then sledgehammers, are you trying to grab more than one sledgehammer? They're 2 each.
I mean, I want to get like a variety of sizes.
All right. The sledgehammers, in all respects, are the same in terms of capacity, so they're going to be 2 each. But if you want to get a few different kinds of sledgehammers or a few different qualities or whatever, you can. Just for the most part, they all act the same. So
All right. So
there will be a few differences, but
I'm gonna say I have 3 different size sledgehammers, so that's 6 capacity.
Brings it down to 21.
All right, and that's with the tamper, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want any of the rebar for the what was it, the
Barricade.
barricading thing?
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to grab that. That's good for window bars. Can weld that
Was-
together with the welder we have.
Was there anything on the bodies?
The bodies themselves, there's a couple of IDs and about $20 between them. Looks like they
Okay.
probably brought it for lunch from vending machines and such.
Ooh, are there vending machines?
There are vending machines,
Are they broken open?
Stocked?
most of them.
I feel like the healthy one is left alone.
Yes.
So
The one with the granola bars is left alone.
for my own sanity, we've already grabbed pipe. It's the big brace for the sword, the tamper, some tools, my sledges. That's it, right?
I think there's other things. Because we weren't listening for a lot of it.
That's true.
There's a couple
Have
of
I
car
missed
batteries
anything?
as well.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yep.
Do
Do we have any spark plugs?
You can collect those. Those won't take
Spark
up much
plugs.
capacity. You can grab a box of them for no issue. Why?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good idea to have.
Jumper
That's
cables?
actually that's good for trading.
Yeah, just
Those are gonna fail, and those are gonna be gone. All right.
do we want any wheels
Wheels.
from the car assembly place?
Any like tires, rims, anything that can be.
Yeah. Match them to the tires on the truck, though. Make sure they're the same size.
You can't get any
Yeah.
that would fit the trucks. This is a standard car factory, not a truck factory.
Darn.
Gotcha. All right.
You can grab some extra tires, and you might be able to jury rig some that would work, but they're definitely not going to be standard, and they're not going to be effective.
Yeah.
We could use them for trading.
How much?
Do we want the rubber? For like
How much does one tire take?
One,
One capacity?
because you can stack them, and you can kind of put them on other things or tie them down, and it doesn't really matter.
what if we
I would like one tire that Lee could swing at with things.
You're talking about like a monster truck tire.
True.
A regular tire wouldn't do that.
Well, it's because like in shows.
wait, do they have axles?
When they train, they always swing at a tire.
Yes, but they always swing it in monster truck tire.
Yeah, it's like a giant tire, like a
Yeah.
dump truck or a monster truck.
Do they have do they have axles there?
Axles? Yes. Again, it's how you build a car, my dude.
Yeah, but like lone axles without the wheels on, like without the the
I would like
metal
to-
for the axle, like the long lone bar.
Again, they have stores of these things because they put them together. I don't.
Does Lee want one of those?
An axle.
I mean, we're gonna build him a sword. He doesn't need an axle.
Okay, just one.
I mean, wait. Yes, I'll take that axle. How much capacity?
For a car axle, one because of its length, it's gonna kind of get in the way, but you can put it under things.
Cool, take it.
I want to take 2 tires just so that we could have like we can make a makeshift dolly or we
Okay.
could use them in one of the rooms.
Yep.
You can make tire armor.
And Maddox, how much of the general steel piping are you getting?
Well, I'd like to get enough to finish off the 4 feet of the hallway grate that I was building.
That would be a
And
total of
then-
3 capacity for that much.
Okay, that's cool. Could I also grab enough rebar to bar up all the windows?
Rebar the windows, you mean?
Well, yeah, would I take the rebar, put it in a grid pattern, and weld it together for increased?
Oh, you're trying to make a crosshatch.
Yeah, so that nothing can come through the windows.
Yeah. Okay.
At least on the first floor.
Is there enough of it there?
There is. It would take 5 capacity for that much, though.
Do we have enough room for that?
Yeah.
Yes. You're-
Cool.
If you take that, you have 10 capacity remaining between the 2
Everybody
trucks.
good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Do we want to search anywhere else, or do we want to just go back?
Are there any, like
We should probably go back. We're pretty full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is there any rope or anything like I could use for my like
There is rope. There is some rope.
Can we grab the chain from one of the conveyor belts from the box factory?
Yeah, you can.
Nice. I'll grab 2
All
chains.
right. Each
Then
chain is one.
Okay.
At least take 2 more tires in, just in case,
Okay.
What
Trading.
set of tires?
You are at 6.
I think that's it.
All right, fantastic. You guys got everything then?
Yep.
And
Cody,
then your vehicles explode.
Yeah, right.
re-
What's
real-
up?
Real quick before we leave.
Uh-huh.
So over here there were some sledgehammers, right?
There were, yes.
Are there any extra?
There are more than enough. The thing, currently...
No, I mean like we're leaving some, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna go over and grab one, and then I'm gonna hit the roof of this. Not the roof, the
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 hood.
hood of the car with it.
Oh,
All right.
why?
Now that
All right.
we have extra sledgehammers, I want to take one for self-defense purposes.
And you can't even wield one.
Yeah.
I have enough strength.
Are you strong enough for that? Like,
Strength I need.
what's your strength?
She has 3 strength, which is more than the average human.
True.
Wait, why does she
Alright.
have 3 strength?
I'll accept it.
Who gave her strength?
She can, in
Lee
fact,
has been
hit
giving her
you.
lifting tips.
She can, in fact, use a sledgehammer. Not as well as the rest of you, and has no idea how to actually swing it, but she can lift it. Much to your
Maybe she's
surprise.
stronger than I am.
I could teach you a thing or two are.
Yeah. You gotta lift. Alright. So you've hit that car. I don't know why you have, but congratulations, you hit a car.
All right.
So you're getting back in your car then?
Yep.
As you look down the street and start turning around, you notice a horde of zombies that have been attracted by the smashing of a car hood.
Thank you.
In the way we're going or the way we're looking?
You can turn around without engaging them. I'm just telling you they're on their way, and you might want to leave now.
Alright, let's go then.
Yeah, that's
Come on. Driving checks, let's go.
You do have to drive check, yes.
really
Yes.
Savvy.
okay.
Savvy. Start the car.
Alright, you get a -2
No.
because it's not a motorcycle, but that is fine. It is still good enough.
Go.
There wasn't any action. I had to make it spicy.
So you guys make it back. You can unload everything. That is fine. You have more than enough space for storage because most of the house is empty. Are you doing anything immediately?
I would like to
I'd
say
rather drop the stuff off and go back out in another direction.
Yeah, go to
Since
like
there's a
Home
horde
Depot.
there. But yeah, Home Depot might be a good idea.
I like Home Depot
I guess.
or Lowe's.
Yeah. Or any place that has a lot of charcoal.
Office mic.
Like a lot of charcoal.
Or some fire brick.
Stop it. So when you guys get back,
I wanna-
couple of things. First of all, you start hearing calls over the radio, and they appear to be calling for you guys. Specifically, they're asking primarily for Savvy, Ark, Maddox, or Klein.
Seven would go. Like, where are they asking for it for?
Over the radio. Over the radio, you hear. Do you pick it up and respond that you're Savvy?
Savvy
Crystal?
does.
All right. You hear over the radio. Hey, good to hear from you guys. All right, look, this is Oscar, back in Aurora. Yeah, me and Kat have been setting things up, and we were wondering if you guys could give us a little bit of help. We, I wouldn't say run into a problem, but more of a situation that we need some extra hands to deal with. Because I need to deal with some things, and Kat's working on, making sure the entire place doesn't fall to pieces. But if you guys are interested in giving us a little bit of help, we'd appreciate it. Yeah.
How many people do you need, and how fast do you need to be there?
Oh no, it's not like pressing or anything. I mean, we're working on some other stuff, but you know how the power's been a little bit spotty. We've been trying and reinforce the grid and get things running again, but well, we need some more materials from deeper in Aurora, and me and Kat can't be spared going out there, and nobody else wants to volunteer.
Okay. What materials do you need?
Well,
I'll assume you probably want to tell us.
yeah.
when we
I'll
get
tell
there
you.
if
I'll
you're
tell
going.
you if you guys head down this way. Just
Okay.
you know, be prepared for that. Also, you guys know a
What's the next-
Jeremy?
Jeremy, from the other side.
Jeremy, yeah, he's a military guy.
Yeah, I know. Is he alright?
Oh yeah, he's fine actually. He stopped by a little bit ago. Said he was trying to track you guys down because military's not doing so good this past week. So he sort of just broke off and set up his own sort of thing, and has been looking to meet up with you guys to offer you some help.
Okay. You know where he is?
So you're saying he wants to join us?
No, I don't think he wants to join you. He has his own thing he's doing.
Let's kill him.
No, what
Flatlanders.
I agree.
Lee.
Is that radio still on? Why does the fucking government know my name? God damn it.
I'm sorry. We'll head over when we can.
Oscar's
So
not
what's
part
the-
of the government. He just knows you from Lucius.
So whoa! What's in it for us though?
Where are you guys about at? I can radio it over to Jeremy. I have his frequency.
We're I don't remember the exact location, but Savvy would tell him because she knows.
All right, that's fine. I'll write it up for you guys later because I don't want you to because
Yeah.
it's I remember it and I have it written down, but I haven't posted it anywhere, so I don't imagine you
Gotcha.
guys would remember because it's not in my head either right now.
She would tell him that we have like a little base,
Mhm.
and they're
Alright.
fortifying it right now.
Yeah. Well, you guys hang out there then until Jeremy shows up. I wouldn't want him to show up when nobody's around, you know. Then if you're planning to come out and help, we'd appreciate it, you know. Got a lot of work to do.
I think I'll definitely head over. Yeah, I don't know about the others, but I'll try to convince them.
I'll be going.
Fantastic. See you then. And then
See you, Oscar.
Then to you too.
Oscar is not a very intelligent dude. Don't worry. he's a lot like
Like it.
Lee. He's a lot like Lee.
I like it when people know my name.
He's an MMA fighter. You guys, if you don't remember, he's an MMA fighter who was recruited by Lucius to help out with setting up a survivor zone in Aurora.
Also a monk.
Along with Kat, they were both students at the Aurora University. He was going to be an MMA fighter. He had professional bouts lined up, and Kat was going to be going into general workforce management, but was a member of the National Rifle Association on campus and had won competitions for her shooting.
All right, let's go kill some zombies.
Nice.
So, are you guys waiting for Jeremy?
Yeah, Savvy's waiting.
I guess we'll wait for this other fucking more people. Just what we need. God damn it.
All right. So, waiting for a little while, you see a small convoy approaching your house. After a while, it's not that hard to spot. It's a few trucks and some cars, and they park a little ways outside the driveway. And a familiar face walks ahead, and he's also giant
I hear
because
shit.
I put him on the wrong layer.
There's people coming.
When did you
Oh,
get so
Jesus.
big?
There we go. Better. You got he approaches and he has his arms out. He's smiling. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a while.
Why you know my name, boy?
Maddox, you told him.
Yeah, you bought guns from me back on the other side of Aurora.
Maddox, please.
You get
It's good to see you again.
right, yeah. So here's the deal, right? So military's fallen, right? It's not been going
Mhm.
so well. So here's the deal. Me and some of the other guys, we picked up some volunteers, some guys who just have been a little bit down on their luck, right? And we figured the best way to keep everything running is to start up a sort of trade caravan, yeah?
Trade, you say?
Exactly. Simply put, things are gonna be a little expensive because of the limited availability of a lot of it. But you guys need things, you give me a call, Savvy, you know how to contact me, and I can bring you guys supplies. I'll try and get you a cost before I arrive, that way you can make sure to pay us, because
Okay.
money might not be as hard to come by as it used to be, but it still has value if you give it value, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
Do you
Fire
guys,
Fire brick.
guys,
Charcoal too.
Back up a little bit, yeah?
please,
Hey,
come on.
you're the one Who knows my name?
No, Maddox.
And I'm
Maddox.
Jeremy Maddox. We know each other.
Do we though?
Stop.
You
please.
bought a rifle
For
from
once.
me.
The last man I knew sold me a beaver
Maddox.
trap.
It's okay,
Oh.
Maddox. It's okay, Maddox. It's okay.
I'm sorry. So we have some supplies here as well. Would you like to take a look? Maybe if you find something you want, we can scratch each other's backs.
Look, that sounds good to me. The thing is, though, that for the most part, the only thing we're running here is food and things to arm our vehicles. Yeah, we got
Yeah,
most of that
okay.
already down pat. We have some of a couple of supply locations and more than enough manpower to get the gear. We're
Okay.
more on the business of selling. We'll take things if you got them and maybe give you some credit for it, but you know how it is.
Okay. All right. Well, that works. I will contact you in a little while then.
Fantastic.
Wait. Before we leave, do you have any plants or herbs?
Plants and herbs, we don't usually carry them with us because, well, you pick them and they start to go bad. You're trying to actually sell them. You need something particular. We do know of a few botanical guardians that are, well, able to be cleared, if you know what I mean.
That's good.
Ooh, well, I'm definitely interested in that. Whenever you get anything, just let me know and we'll figure something out.
Sounds good to me. We'll try and secure a bit of a supply for you then, so long as you can pay.
Oh,
Alrighty.
okay.
We do have a little bit of stuff now if you guys are looking for anything particular.
I think they're trying to make something. I
What
don't even know
what
what
do
it
you
is
have?
anymore. But
Well, various things, mostly weaponry and other supplies like that, guns, ammo, that sort of thing. Mostly stuff that we don't need or it's excess. We keep a minimum number though, so we can't sell all of it.
You got a battle axe?
A battle axe?
do you have a fire axe?
No.
We got a fire axe.
I'm
Got a few of them
talking about-
actually. Those
I
are
got a
great for
fire
picking
axe,
out of
too.
buildings.
Yeah, do
They
you
are
have more
actually-
than one Maddox?
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a spare one.
Fire
Okay.
axes are a great thing because, one, they're great weapons, and two, you can find them all over the city if you look through a couple of the office buildings, break open some of the break in case of emergency stuff. So, yeah,
That's
we do hold on to a few of them at all times.
That's a good idea. You know what? I'm not gonna buy one after all.
Hey, no
That's-
problem, friend.
I like you, fella.
Hey, anytime. Look, I'm just in the business of helping you guys survive. I'll keep myself alive. Yeah.
Yeah, makes
But
sense.
if you do come across a a tried and true battle axe, I will take that off your hands, son.
I'll see if I can check an antique store while we're heading through Janeville. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Do you have any cannonballs?
Cannon.
Lee,
No, we don't have any cannonballs.
he'd like
Don't worry.
He's got an.
I know. He's the guy who bought a gladius from me. Remember?
Yeah, we still have the gladius.
Right.
Have you seen his broadsword?
Almost still have it. This shit's about to die.
I fixed
no.
it up good enough.
Oh, Savvy has it.
Yeah. The gladius is fine. The broadsword is the one that took a lot of hits.
Hey, Jeremy,
What's up?
you want to see something cool?
Please don't.
What is it?
Please, no, don't humor him. Don't humor him, please. Lee, I'm warning.
Are you just great leaping straight up?
Yep.
He's gonna watch you.
Savvy slowly sighs.
Neat trick.
You know, usually he takes people up with him and then lets them go.
Dangerous way to go about it. But I mean, that doesn't really surprise me. I've seen quite a thing. That one guy in the black coat who's been going around Aurora talking to
Lucius.
people. Yeah, he's
One guy in the black coat.
he said he knew you guys. He said he knew you guys.
Lucius.
Yeah, that's his name. I couldn't remember. I thought it was Luke or something. Anyway,
Gun boy.
point is, that guy, I've seen some real fancy stuff from him, and let me tell you, he's been teaching some of my boys a couple of tricks, and turns out there's a lot more to this whole combat thing than I originally thought being a soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see what I can do with a cannonball.
He wants bowling balls, probably. If you run across a bowling alley and you'd have the time.
Yeah, that's no
You'll
problem.
probably pay
Look,
for them.
well, anything I can sell you guys that will get me money to keep me and my boys alive, fine by me. Just let me know what you guys need. Send it to me, shopping list sort of thing, yeah. And I'll see
ball
what I can
bearings
pick
too?
up. Ball bearings, we actually have a few of those. We went through one of those
Nice.
factories down in Aurora. We picked up a few of them. They were machine ball bearings, yeah.
Nice.
We do have a few of those, but I mean, small little things.
You need any chain?
Chain?
Yeah.
We were
Kinda like-
trying. We have enough, yeah. Though I will trade you for a couple lengths of chain. Those number of ball bearings. I mean, good number, really.
I grabbed 2 pretty long chains from some conveyor belts. If you want one for that.
Yeah, give us one of those, and we'll give you. What do we got extra? Think about 5-10 pounds of ball bearings.
Sounds good to me. Lee, is that fine? Lee? I'm going to assume something happened. Lee, Savvy's going to trade,
All right.
so she's just going to agree with that.
Jeremy will go get the ball bearings from one of the trucks and bring it over. Just send it down
Savvy
in
will
front of you.
grab the chain and bring it over.
Well, there you go. Now, like I said, though, not really much for trade, for more monetary
Yeah, I
versions
get
of
you.
transactions. But you guys, I'll see what I can do because, well, as odd as it is, when you guys came by and bought that stuff, it got me thinking. Got me thinking about all this, what was breaking down in there, and then you told me what happened to Roger. And really, probably saved my life. I had myself armed to the teeth when they started breaking through the barricades. Only reason I made it out of there. Trust me on that.
Gotcha. I'm glad
So-
you're all right, and I'm glad for this opportunity.
Sure.
Hey.
What Savvy said, but the battle axe, that's what I want.
Have
So,
you seen
keep an eye out.
Have you seen any of those dragon ones?
Yeah, the big flappy ones that shoot fire, yeah?
Yeah.
Annoying motherfuckers.
Killed any of them?
Killed any of them? Well, we shot one down over the convoy. Might have died in the forest, we don't know. Put good 40 rounds into it. Fell out of the sky, didn't seem to be moving, but we didn't stick around to find out.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever do kill one, I'll take its skin.
It's skin.
Yeah.
He wants, I, yeah.
You are goddamn crazy. I'll keep it in mind,
No,
though.
Keep it in mind, though.
I think that's it.
Alright, well, I'll be heading out then.
Like,
Oscar said you guys were going to be heading down that way. Just take one of the side roads. The main road's clogged up with traffic out of Chicago. Too much to deal with.
gotcha. Thank you.
No problem.
You take care now.
You too.
Flatlander.
Hey.
I love that. Whenever someone leaves Flatland. Oh, so Cody, Doran just had a really good idea for a game Lee could play with enemies,
Oh boy.
like human enemies. Basically, it's he grabs them and then does the great leap, and midair he says, "Don't let your feet touch the ground or you'll die."
Why? Anyway. Anyway, you guys good then?
Yeah, Savvy will give like 20 ball bearings. To
Every
for
time you do
throw.
it, make sure that you let go of them right before they hit the ground so that they always die. Be
You are
crazy.
terrible.
Does Lee want the 20 ball bearings? Because Savvy will give them to him, like to throw. They're basically bullets, but they're
Yeah, ball
fucking
bearings are
bullets.
pretty small. They're about the size of well, they're a bit larger than a pea essentially.
I mean, they're still big enough to kill someone.
You throw it through their head, yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're
mean,
like-
you could use the little vial I gave.
Wait a
Savvy.
second. Wait. Lee could. Wait. Lee is a human shotgun.
Yes.
Lee can take like 20 ball bearings and throw them at someone with super throw, and
That would be more. That would probably be more powerful than a shotgun.
yeah, a little bit. So Savvy will just give him like half the bag, honestly.
All right.
So that's 5 pounds of ball bearings.
All right.
Yeah, 5 pounds of ball bearings. It's like a few thousand ball bearings, really.
So he'll be fine for a while.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, right. So you guys good then?
Yeah.
Is there anything you plan to do with your mansion right now?
Other than the more construction, I don't think so.
Okay.
As far as fortifications go, I'm gonna wait because most of those take a while.
Yep. All right. So you're heading back to Aurora then.
Yeah, let's kill some zombies.
We're gonna go kill zombies and
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to take
do
the
what?
red truck and the motorcycle?
oh, people.
Since I
Are
don't
we
think
gonna
we're
help
going to be
them?
like gathering stuff there.
I guess, yeah.
So Cody,
What's up?
on the way, can I roll to see if there's a Home Depot or a Lowe's?
There is
Since on
not.
the way. Okay.
You're driving through mostly country.
Damn.
And we're taking
No,
someone.
I mean once we get to Aurora, like on the way to wherever, whatever we're doing
Oh,
in Aurora.
yeah. When you're going through Aurora, sure. But if you're just going to Aurora, you're going to be stopped mostly at the entrance to the city.
So we're taking one of the side roads since the main road's clogged up.
All right. I'm assuming you're taking the red truck and the bike on the back of it?
Yep.
All right. Roll me a D100.
I got shotgun.
Do you want Savvy to do it?
Or did you want me to do it?
Savvy roll.
I got it.
You're fine.
Oh,
Gotta have Savvy roll.
Nothing
Yeah,
of
seriously.
nothing of any danger happens whatsoever.
Oh, that's lame. Should let me roll.
Oh, it's the other guy.
So you drive into town, and you see Oscar and another familiar face that goes by the name of Michael Ziphos.
Mikhail.
Michael Zyphos, on the side of the road, speaking. Maddox, are you just running straight up to them?
You know my name.
Mad.
like that.
Again, this is Oscar. This is Michael. Oscar was the guy on the radio.
Well, just imagine that I did that and then walked back up after realizing and backed up again.
Anyway, they appear to be having a conversation as you guys approach, but it breaks off as they notice you, and Oscar waves.
Yo.
Oh, I guess we should roll notice again.
Why are you guys rolling notice?
What are you stealthing?
I was just rolling notice because I don't like having darkness on the map.
Wow.
Oh,
Don't be talking
Oof.
about me on the radio like that,
Maddox,
please.
Why not? I mean, it's your
Yeah,
name. I mean,
I don't give a damn.
Maddox.
hey Michael, do you remember me?
I wish I didn't.
how would I forget?
Did you find any more of those dragon ones?
Yes.
Or kill me now, please.
Do you have any of their bodies?
No.
Right now. End it.
Are you willing to give me one of their bodies if you kill another?
No.
Want to see a trick?
Are
What are you? Don't
he wants to
care.
jump.
I don't care. Look.
Okay. You're mean. But I like you still. Although Lucius is better.
I don't care what you fools think, really. You're going to get yourself killed going into the city to be my guest. I am just here to make sure the power grid keeps working, right? Oscar, I assume you called them. Wish you hadn't. I'll be going.
Later, Mikey.
You feel a menacing sigh as he walks away.
What was it you called about again? People or something? What do they need?
Are you trying to stealth to Michael?
What?
Can't these people help themselves? God.
Decline.
Just-
All those tiles here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on past me. It's like pure dark. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Hello, I just realized that Savvy doesn't have 2 machetes. She has 4 machetes.
If you're trying to follow Michael still, he turns towards you and it just like has his bow drawn at you for a second, Klein.
Still can't see him.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He's right here.
Hi.
He has his bow drawn, aimed at your head. Then he notices it's you and just relaxes the bowstring. Puts the arrow away. Stop following me.
Please? Please be normal for once.
And continues leaving.
He's a fucko, isn't he?
You're a fucko.
All right, so are you guys talking to Oscar then?
Savvy is.
All right.
What was it you wanted?
Well, it's simple, right? And this is sort of the problem, though. See, the thing is, we need some parts for generators, yeah? Because we have this idea where we can use both solar power and some mechanical power in order to keep the power grid working as intended without the actual power plants, right? Got a few of them working, but we need some things to transfer and transform. That's the word she used. The energy. But all of the generators are either destroyed or already in use. So we needed some from a more hot area, yeah? And the most likely area would be the hospitals in downtown Aurora. And as you can imagine, nobody's really volunteered. So
Yeah, I wonder why, Oscar.
look, I'm just saying that.
Let's kill some zombies.
No, Lee, you don't just run off into
Let's
places
kill
where
some
you're gonna...
zombies.
Lee, please.
Okay,
Kill
look,
some.
hey,
Oscar,
Lee, hold up, bud. Listen to me, yeah. I thought that too. All right, I asked Kat, why can't I just go in there? I can handle it, and I can bring back the generator, right? But the problem is, no matter how good you are, you're not good enough to fight like 40,000 of them at once, man.
Yeah.
You want to arm wrestle?
40,000.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Arm wrestle? Why would I want to arm wrestle?
I bet I'll beat you.
Help me.
You're on.
Once we
Someone-
get him
no.
this sword, I'm sure he'll be 100-man slayer.
No. Strength check.
Yeah, strength check. You rolled, yeah.
I won.
No, hold on.
Holy fuck.
I didn't.
Hold on. You did not.
Damn.
What'd you roll?
I rolled low. I rolled a.
Yeah.
whatever.
You rolled a...
Yeah, I rolled
He
a
does
3.
have slightly lower strength than you, but he rolled better and has better technique.
Damn. Leah's now really sad and disappointed and sulking.
Nice. Alright. Well, where was I?
You were asking Kat why you couldn't just go in there. and
Oh,
Kat
right.
asked
So
you-
yeah. So around the hospitals, sure, you might be able to get in the front door and get down to where the generators are in the basement. Yeah, sure, whatever. But if you make too much noise or you get into a fight that you can't just immediately get out of, you're gonna make some noise. When you make some noise, you attract more from the area, and well, the hospital happens to be in the hottest part of the zones, and not counting the specials in the area, and I mean, there are a lot of them. All right,
Are there any of the big boys? Like the big boys?
big ones. What are you talking about?
Fucking... Didn't you guys tell me about that, oh, what was it? What'd you call it?
It's like 30 people put together.
What?
Yeah.
We like to call it the 30 and onesie.
Lucius
31 seat.
Lucius might know something about that. I just punch things, dude.
Okay.
Anyway, point is, if you start trying to fight your way out, you either need to get somewhere where they can't find you after you fight for like a good 5 minutes, or you need to just get out of there immediately, because
Hey,
you start fighting, you make any loud noises, and you're gonna have the hammer come down on you like, yeah, I don't know, a few 100,000 Zed from the area. Like,
I have an idea. I take my motorcycle, I call all of them over at once, and then I run. And
See,
then, no,
that-
I don't think you get help. Never mind.
No. See, again, that was another thing I thought. Why don't we just make a distraction? Well, turns out you make a distraction in an area with a, few thousand Zed. All you really do is pull more of them out of the hiding spots, and you can't slip by that. I thought about it. Trust me.
So we can use like loudspeakers and like move them to an area.
I think you and me could kill 40,000 of them.
I like you.
Please don't like him.
I like you too.
Please
But-
don't. No.
But
So
as
I don't
much
like
as
you.
as much as I would like to do that, as much as I would like to give that a try, don't get me wrong, the regular ones aren't the ones I'm worried about. You know, because like I can, those things can't even touch me. They're easy, right? They just crush the heads.
Yeah, I know.
Simple.
Savvy attempts to poke him like in the shoulder, like just slowly. Like,
Who,
not even
Oscar?
trying to hide it. Yeah, it's like she's not even trying to hide it. She's like trying to poke him.
Why?
He just said that I couldn't touch him.
Hold on. he might.
I'll be
Actually,
poking this little shoulder. Same, not hiding it.
Actually, I'm gonna roll stealth.
you're gonna roll stealth.
Yeah, to poke him. Let's see how much he breaks my finger. I'm fairly certain he beats that.
Are you trying to Are you trying to poke him? He actually just stares at you as you're trying to poke him. Like,
She grins, then continues.
what are you doing?
You said they couldn't touch you. I was just gonna,
Hey,
He takes he takes a step back, and then he reaches down to the ground and picks up a piece of loose concrete.
No. No.
He just smashes it in his hand, and it's basically dust.
Come on. It's a joke.
He punches into the other concrete. I mean, like he doesn't like crush it. He punches it into dust.
Oscar, you're breaking up the concrete. People still use that.
It was already broken. Not the point,
People
though.
still use that.
Not the
Oscar,
point,
yeah.
though.
Who gives a shit?
Look, we don't have time for that, Lee. Don't worry. I would love to, but not right now. We don't have time for that. Anyway, point is, so I thought, we could try distractions. I thought of all these things, right? But Kat, she's kind of the brains. She rightly assumed that even taking out 40,000 less is you're gonna run into a problem where more and more of the fast ones come at you first, right? And then the leapers get to you. And when the leapers start getting to you, you get caught, you're dead.
Yeah, those little grabby buggers.
I mean,
Oh, I
like
can
grapplers.
grab those guys.
Please don't
They're
grapple
easy.
the grapplers.
I've
How
had more than my
big
share
of a
share
distraction are you thinking?
Well, I'm. Okay, look.
Look,
You try to draw
it's
everything
like-
out. Okay, even if you were to be able to distract all of them in there, where are you gonna lead them? We have the east side of the city, right? They're all on the west side. If we try and pull them somewhere else in the west, there's too many of them. They're just gonna fill up the city and be in the streets.
Well, they're attracted by noise, right?
Sort of. Not
Blow
all of
up a
them.
building.
Blow up a building.
I'm not opposed to that idea.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I've always wanted to blow up a building.
And where are you guys getting the
Uh,
explosives?
I also have an idea,
I could work on that. Give me some time, and I could work on that.
but I
Or the
think
proper
I need
supplies.
to ask Lucius about something.
Look.
If you want,
Anyway,
just
the
give-
point is a distraction. No matter how big the distraction is, you're either going to get them coming across the river, and we're going to need to deal with multiple hordes on multiple fronts because now they're all awake, or you're just not going to be able to get them out of the way enough, and you're still going to have to deal with the ones in the hospital. And if you make noise in the hospital, some of them are going to turn around.
Yeah.
I still think killing 40,000 works better, but
Look,
So
I'm with
what's
you.
the-
I wish
what's-
I could.
What's
we need
the
a
actual
tank.
plan then?
I always
No.
wanted a tank.
What is the plan that Kat thought of? Did she think of anything?
Well, that's why she was asking for you guys, because, well, I mean, Baron Lee here, who I know has his own specialties. Gotta say, I approve of those ones. But she mentioned that you were wearing the cloak that Lucius has, and she knows Lucius moves through the west side of the city as if the Zed weren't there.
Oh, that. Oh, I can't do that. I don't think I can do that.
Right. But the point is,
What
she was
is this
thinking
board
if you guys knew Lucius, maybe He could either help you figure out how to do it, or maybe you guys would just be good enough to get in there and get out fast enough. Because he seemed to like you guys when you came through here last time.
I'll give him a call. How about
That's
that?
odd. Why would he like us?
Does that work, Oscar? I give him a call, see what he thinks.
I mean, yeah, the thing is, we were just, like, nobody's volunteering to go get these generators, alright? We need somebody to
Yeah.
go get them, or the power grid's gonna fail eventually. We can keep it running for another few weeks, but...
What are you gonna give us for these generators, Oscar?
You're not gonna need to pay your power bill?
Yeah.
Alright, that's reasonable. Like, I'm used to paying a power bill, but whatever.
Look, it's either that or the electricity shuts off. I mean, we got a couple of weeks. We got time to plan and set up if you guys really want to try something different. But I'm saying Cat thought you guys could get in there and get out before you brought any real harm upon yourselves, or at the very least, you could get across the bridge and we could set up a defensive line, yeah?
Let's just fucking do it.
Alright, so do you want me to like scout out the area before we go in, or just I can do
Yes?
that.
How? You gonna
I-
run in there and just
No,
fucking look
Maddox,
around? What are you
think
gonna
I've been
do?
doing this entire week? I've been searching the entire
I don't
area.
know. You haven't been talking. You've been sitting there fucking doing nothing.
Yeah, I know. That's because I've been freaking projecting my freaking. I don't even know what it is.
I
but
don't know what this mojo bojo bullshit is. but
I've been searching
whatever.
the
Do what
entire
you do.
area.
It's
Like
like a
through-
soul. You see, you use your key and you push your soul out of your
Okay,
body in order to
okay,
move it
okay,
long
son.
distances.
You know what I
Yeah,
know?
well, see, he
I
gets
know
it.
trees.
Are you?
I
do you
know
speak for the
trees and I know moss.
You speak for the trees, Maddox.
Don't you fucking dare make a Lorax reference, you son of a bitch. Think
Brian
I've never
punches a
read Dr.
tree.
Seuss? Fucking disgraceful.
Look, it's really simple. You see, not the point, okay? Look, Lucius talked to me and Kat about it. People sometimes have an inbuilt, like, natural tendency to access their own key. That's why some of you are actually able to, I don't know, not die when you're faced with zombies, you know? And with that comes some talents, like me crushing concrete.
Yeah. So I can search out the area. I can also probably see what's going to kill us before it kills us. That's probably gonna kill us though if we go there.
I can make some like organic bombs or organic stuff to kind of.
I really want to talk to Lucius about this actually. I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll work, and I don't know if I'm allowed to do this or not.
Hey, if you show me that concrete trick, I'll show you how to jump.
Lee, please.
I could teach you how to doogie.
And with that, Savvy walks down the street.
Hey,
She takes out the walkie-talkie,
Okay.
and calls
Lucius?
Lucius.
Well, you don't get an answer for a little while.
That's fine. She'll wait.
In a couple of
We'll sit
minutes,
down
though,
and-
you hear back. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we're doing the thing that Oscar wants. If you heard from him,
No, I mean, well, sort of. I got an idea what's going on, but I don't really know what his plan is.
The generators at the good question about the plan. They want us to get the generators from the hospital in Aurora.
Oh, they're going for the hospital. Well, this is smarter of the two
Yeah.
options, I guess.
Yeah. What's the other option?
Oh, the
Access
other
to-
option was... it's a long story, but basically there's some other generators you might be able to get from one of the temples, but...
Oh, you mean the Swami?
Yeah, I've been looking into that. There's a... don't worry too much about it. I'll get back to you on that. There's a bit of a power signature coming from there. I'm working on figuring out why. I think somebody's surviving in there.
Scout it out if you'd like. I can do that without actually going there.
Yeah, you talking about some sort of astral projection? Yeah, not gonna
Yeah,
work.
no, it's not gonna work. Did
Nah,
they
it's not gonna
verify
work.
from that?
Now, you see, there's some areas of the world where people set up warden for that sort of thing.
Oh,
They don't want people scouting it out, and temples generally have pretty good warding.
okay.
Why they're safe places from things like demons and the like.
Okay. I was thinking of also. It was either making a big enough distraction with I don't know what it's called, and I haven't tried it, but I feel like it would really give off a signal. If I used it, it's just a feeling. But I think that might not be the best of ideas.
Look, see, the thing is, if you're gonna be trying to make a distraction, you're still gonna have to deal with the ones in the hospital. They're not gonna be leaving the hospital. There's a barricade on the front door. You might be able to sneak in through one of the side doors, but the Zed aren't gonna go out those doors, you know what I mean? So, if you go into the hospital, you're still going to need to deal with the ones in there if you make a distraction elsewhere. And then if you're not fast enough, the rest of them are going to be roaming now instead of stationary. And you might get overwhelmed before you even make any noise. It's a risky play, but it is a play you can do.
What do you think?
Uh,
Got any ideas?
Look, there's a few things that you might work here, but what I would suggest is making sure that you don't make much noise, first of all. Like, make sure you don't bring any guns that aren't suppressed. Now, suppressors in themselves will still draw everything in the hospital to you, probably, but everything outside will still be blocked.
I have nail guns.
Those will work. Those will work.
Yeah,
Yeah. Stuff like that. Anything that doesn't have a combustion will be fine for the most part. And then you'll only risk drawing things in the hospital to you.
Yeah.
What you gotta watch out for is if you run into any of the specials, anything smart enough, anything fast enough to make it outside the hospital. It makes any noise out there, and you might start getting some draw from the nearby areas. And the hospital itself isn't a nest, by the way. It's just has the ones living in it. But there is a nest about 2 blocks over. I'd give you maybe 5 minutes before you run into some real trouble if you make too much noise.
Okay. So quiet, nail guns, rivet guns if we have them, which we have, and then quick smash in, not even smash in, just sneak in, grab the generators, get out.
Yeah. And like I said, as long as you don't make anything loud as a gunshot in the hospital, you should be fine. The problem is going to be entering and leaving. As I know some of you aren't so great with stealth.
Cough, me.
You're gonna probably want to go in at night. And that's a bit of an issue, I know. But, and here's the thing. If you, well, I did a little bit of work on these coats, you know, they're actually partially my design.
Okay.
I took a look at Ark's coat, and his should have the same rough effect, but before you guys get in the hospital, give those to the people who have the worst sort of quiet feet, and you should at least be able to get in. You can take your coats back afterwards.
Okay. Alright. So we wait until night then.
Yeah, that's probably the best move.
Does light draw them at all?
Light? Depends on the light. But
Maybe, or like, I don't know, flashlights, little halogens.
a flashlight while outside will definitely draw them. Your best bet's gonna be to not have any lights until you're inside.
Lanterns.
Lanterns. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Not since the time in Britain. But, well, okay. I'm not really sure how much light it would take to actually, well, I'm not sure how much light it would take to tip them off that something's wrong, but if that's a risk you need to take in order to actually get in, that's a risk you're gonna need to take. I can't tell you not to.
Bring a little fire, do anything?
Well, there's fires going on in the city most of the time.
Talking about lights, what's the moon gonna be like tonight? Is it gonna be what are we looking at?
Maddox, roll survival.
We're gonna be inside. We're gonna be in the basement. We're not gonna have outside light.
Give me a sec.
It's a waxing half moon right now. It's
Is it gibbous? Is it
no, it's not a gibbous. It's a half moon.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be about half full. You know, we should be able to see pretty well.
Yeah, until we get in there.
I mean, yeah. But once we're in there, we can take down anything we need to quietly, can't we?
Yeah, no guns. No gun.
I guess.
We don't
No,
need
like
guns.
seriously,
I
like
am
no. If you start smashing things, it's over. Okay. Psst. I'll see you later, I guess, Lucius.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
what we're
yeah.
going with.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna be able to directly help you, right? I got some things I need to look into. A couple of buildings over, though, right?
Mhm.
Think I might be able to get into the doors somewhere that I need to be, but that's not any of your concern right now. What matters is that I can stay nearby. If something happens, you can call me and I'll do what I can, but more importantly, I'll let you know if I hear anything from the hospital or I hear anything from the nest. If there's any movement, I'll call you guys immediately.
That'd be really helpful, actually.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
way you'll get some advance warning and you know if you need to get out. If you don't
Thank you.
manage to get those generators out of there, by the way, we'll work on something else. I'm sure Kat has a backup plan anyway. She always does.
Hey, Savvy, can I talk to Lucius for a second?
I mean, you can talk to him right here. I'm sitting here. He can hear you, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Lucius, I learned how to jump.
Jump.
Yeah, he jumps like 100 meters in the air.
Not quite that much, I'd imagine. His ki probably isn't that powerful, or just chi. Depends on what you want to call it.
I can jump more like 40 meters.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad for a beginner.
I learned it though.
Well, good job.
And also I can throw good now.
And my power has been advancing, if you know what I mean. I
Oh,
don't
trust
know
me,
what
I can tell. Not the point, though.
Oh, okay.
It's my job to keep track of these things, friends.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're
Bubble.
doing right now.
I feel like it's gonna burst out eventually.
Hey, in a world where the apocalypse is happening, you gotta use every tool you have.
Okay.
Should I teach Oscar to jump?
Oscar's not a jumper. He's a ground fighter.
Oh, alright.
And by that, I mean,
guy and I
if...
let go of him by accident. He didn't make it out so good.
Yeah, what I mean is, Oscar, if he, well, if he had gotten into a fight with the ground, he'd probably win.
Oh. Well, I saw him punch that concrete earlier. Yeah. He picked it up and just. But yeah,
he does that. He likes to show off. What can I say?
I noticed. You know, they Lee and him arm wrestled and Oscar won.
You know that's probably pretty unlikely. I bet that most times Lee would win. So good on Oscar.
Yeah.
Thank you. At least you knew.
Hey, look, I just know I know the talents of the people who I recruit. You get what I mean?
Guess I'll see you later. And if we,
Yeah. And don't worry too much about the actual hospital itself. From what I can tell, you got mostly standards inside.
Okay. So it's the outside that matters.
Right. I've been scouting out most of the area for a while now, and I would have grabbed that generator myself, but like I said, I'm a little busy.
Yeah, I get you.
Speaking of that, you hear shifting on the other end of the radio.
Yeah.
Looks like one of my targets is moving. I gotta go now. And
Have fun.
well, I can tell you this much: bridge over to the west side of Aurora will be clear for a little while. You hear him like put the radio on his belt. A couple of gunshots, and then the radio clicks off.
Just like Lucius, killing him dead.
I wonder how many bullets he even has.
That's a funny question.
You all thought I was weak because I lost to Oscar. I'll show you. I'm gonna hurt something real good.
Oscar actually does have less strength than you.
So, did Oscar roll 1,000?
Nah, he rolled a 9.
Oh.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright then.
He got a 16 with a 3. But anyways, well, looks like it's sneaking mission time, boys.
So, you guys got a plan then?
Yeah, we're gonna be quiet with it. You got any like nail guns spare? I mean, we have 2, but that's about it.
We got a couple from a construction site we were working on.
Nice.
I mean, we're trying to build up a wall and all that, but we can spare a couple of nail guns, I suppose.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Al, I
don't like
mean,
guns. Don't give me guns.
I think we could. You're gonna need to ask Kat again.
I
She
guess we'll ask-
keeps track of the actual supplies and all that. I just sort of, I mean, I punch things. I give the orders. You know.
Yeah, I get you.
I like punching things too. You're a good man.
You ever tried kicking something?
Yeah, I did once. I missed though.
You should try a little harder. You get a good spin kick going, and you can really take off some heads.
Have you ever tried the Death City Driver?
Spin
Did you
kick.
just like spin kick the signpost?
Oh, that just happened.
Right. So, I mean, I just deal with most of the Zeds and the military part of what we're doing with the survivor outpost. Cat does all the bureaucracy shit. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's pretty boring.
So where's Kat? I guess.
Well, she should be in one of the stations up ahead by the bridge, I suppose.
Okay, we'll see her about those nail guns, and then we'll wait. What time is it now? Let's look at the fucking sky. My fucking son. She's not a nature person.
You know, that made a lot of sense. Just throwing that out there. The current time is about 4:30 p.m. roughly.
Okay, so we have like 3-ish hours before it starts actually getting dark.
Yeah, more
Give
or
or
less.
take.
More or less, yeah. So you guys heading down to
So-
the bridge?
Yep.
All right.
Or at least Savvy is. I don't know about the others.
Are the rest of you heading down to the bridge?
Yep.
Wow, great response.
Well, I guess 2 of us are going.
I'm sorry, I was just informing.
No problem, Duel. Thank you.
Bridges on what happens because he's drunk.
Oh
Sometimes.
no.
God damn it.
Not right now, but he didn't remember about the adamantite bones, so I had to inform him.
Ah, yes. No problem, Duel.
Yeah,
They just messaged me. Don't worry about it. Thank you for that.
What's happening? We're going to the bridge.
Yeah, you're going to the bridge.
All right, let's kill some zombies. Let's go, boys.
Oh snap!
Lee has no idea what's going on. He's just gonna run.
No, I'm not
There's
gonna
Aura.
run. I heard Lucius. He said not to run. He said to be
Holy
quiet.
fuck!
Rolling all those
Anyways.
tens, my dude.
Just get rid of the black area on the fucking bridge.
Man, you really don't like that, don't you? Do you?
I like being able to see what's 10 feet next to me.
I like to see, what's 2 inches
I was
in front of me.
following in his D10.
Anyway. So you approach the bridge, and you can see that Kat is set up looking across the river right now, with a couple of various boxes of supplies and building materials around her. There are other people in this area, but none of them are important enough to have a token.
Hey, Kat.
Oh, hey. I guess
can
Oscar
still-
managed to get you on the radio, huh?
Yeah. You got any spare nail guns? We're trying to be quiet with the whole thing, and if we need to shoot something, I'd rather not use a gun. You know.
Right. The nail guns themselves, of course, require pressure before they actually activate to fire the nail. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. If we got any spare pneumatic ones, there's just...
Uh,
Otherwise, we got like some rivet guns with battery
No, it's
packs.
fine. Give me about an hour and I can change some for you, make them work. Just as a sort of
Nice.
projectile launcher.
Do you want to check our rivet guns as well? See if they're fit, right?
Yeah, no problem. It's not a big
Nice.
deal. Most of this stuff, I mean, making makeshift weapons isn't that difficult.
It's just I'm not that handy with stuff. You know. She would take out the rivet guns. She has them in her freaking coat. And it's like just walks them over.
Yeah. She'll take them and bring them over to a bench where she has various tools, grab a couple of nail guns, and start messing with them and various ties and such with the mechanical parts inside of them.
Nice.
So I imagine you guys are going to try and get those generators for us then, right?
Yeah, during the night.
Hmm.
Lucius gave us a bit of a heads up.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is he still over on that side of the bridge?
He said he was doing something, and then he would be like near the sewers at night, and
Oh, so
if
he's
he
going to
heard
be in that
anything-
area too.
Yeah, he said if he was gonna hear anything moving, he would give us a heads up, and we should head out.
That's good, I suppose, otherwise. Well, don't make any mistakes then.
Yeah. She slowly looks back at the other group. It's like, yeah.
That bad, huh?
Do you have anything else you need, like menial labor or?
We're mostly working on building. We have enough people from this side of the bridge and who got across early in the outbreak who are building at the moment.
Okay.
What just happened?
What?
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 What are you talking about?
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, Fire.
I don't know either.
Lee was doing sit-ups to get pumped, and then he started doing push-ups, and then he started doing one-handed push-ups, and then he started doing no-handed push-ups, but he forgot that you can't do no-handed push-ups, so he fell on his face.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty accurate.
I mean, you could use your forehead to do no-handed push-ups.
I don't
It's
think
like,
that works. Anyway.
Listen. No, listen here, But, yeah. That'd be a wait. Like,
Yeah.
she'll just like,
Yeah. Yeah, Look, Oscar's a good dude and he works hard. Just don't ask him what the word subtle means.
Hey, don't start talking shit on my boy Oscar.
No,
That man's a legend.
please stop, Lee. Please.
Oh, so it is that bad. It's no problem. I'm sure you'll be fine. It would be good to have a little bit of extra muscle in case something does go wrong. You might be able to break your way out rather than having to just simply be overwhelmed and swarmed to death.
I'd rather be quiet, but I don't really get what I want.
I liked Oscar's approach. 2v40,000 sounded good.
Oh, God.
You understand what would happen if you tried to do that, right?
Yeah, we kill him.
No.
No, you would try to kill them. You might start off well, even if you were completely
Yeah,
surrounded.
I can't hear you. I'm going.
Please help me.
And while completely surrounded, you may kill them and get on a few of the bodies, but eventually you're going to trip and get crushed under the weight of undead corpses.
I got legs. I can jump farther than you. You don't know it.
Do you have any idea how much even a few hundred bodies weighs?
Less than these swole arms.
Try a few 100,000 pounds.
Yeah, that's why I got legs too.
Like, it honestly doesn't work with him. Like, I really. I'm sorry, George.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it. You should see Oscar when he decides that he's going to show off his MMA fighting styles. He will not shut up for hours.
Oh no.
It's impressive the first few times. Don't get me wrong.
How many times have you been? Can you even count? Like that many? Is it just?
Well, it's been a week, and before we started working on these building projects, it was at least once a meal, if not more.
Oh no.
He said it helped him digest.
I don't. You know, I'm just not gonna stand some people. I don't get it. I think I'm crazy, but
Yeah, you are pretty crazy.
yeah, thanks, Lee.
Where did you get that jacket, by the way? Did Lucius give that to you?
That was from his apprentice, and he said I could keep it.
I was hoping he would get me one.
I can try to get him to get you one.
That's fine. Takes a little bit to work leather in these situations, but if not, I can
You
just
gotta
make
be
one.
cursed to get a jacket like that.
Considering we're living in a actual zombie apocalypse, I think we're all pretty cursed.
I know I'm literally.
Nah, it's great for lifting.
Lee, roll a dodge for me real quick. Alright. Roll another d10. A rivet goes flying past your head as Kat picks up the
Oh,
gun that she's
Jesus
been
Christ.
working on. It just fires it at you.
Oh,
Hey,
know,
that's not very nice.
I'm fairly sure that wouldn't have killed him.
Oh, I know it would.
Unfortunately,
Trust me, if he's as hard-headed as Oscar, that would have just left a bruise. The guns are working now.
nice. Thank you.
You're a right Flatlander.
You'll be sorry once I get my sword.
I'll let you know, by the way, if you had rolled, she rolled a 3, and if you had rolled a 2 lower, she would have hit you.
Mystic targeting?
Mystic targeting.
Yeah.
Hey, I have that.
Also, she's just a really, really good rifle woman.
Is she better than Lucius?
With a rifle, probably.
Hmm.
Not with a handgun.
I should have threw a ball bearing back.
Please don't.
You really should.
Like, she'll actually start shooting you, I'm fairly certain, then you'll...
Once I get my sword, they'll be sorry.
Yeah, I saw that duel. I'm pretending that didn't happen because that's stupid as fuck. Like ODSOEMONE. That's a spell. Loads of money. Probably.
Read chat.
You could always blow
Don't worry,
up
I
a
read it,
building.
Duel. I was just trying to
we
ignore the
can't blow up
missiles.
buildings,
Thank you for the $1,
Maddox.
though.
I mean, you say can,
I always read chat. Don't think
but
I don't.
I think what you mean is shouldn't. Thank you very much.
Both of those, really. Think what would happen if you did blow up a building.
It'd look great.
It
For the
would
moment.
be cool as
Cool guys-
shit.
Cool guys don't look at explosions. We wouldn't see it.
Have you ever seen
Okay.
a unplanned and unsanctioned demolition?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
things
but
really don't
what
go
if it's like blocks away?
Doesn't matter. What would happen is it falls and it breaks infrastructure and other buildings in the area, makes them unstable, sets fires, burns out buildings. Those fall too, and suddenly you've got a burning building for blocks on end.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
It
No, it
might
really
if
doesn't
it didn't
like get
completely.
required.
It might be fantastic for getting rid of a couple of the Zeds if it didn't also destroy all of the infrastructure, the power grids, the water lines, the gas lines, and everything else in the area.
You know what would happen in 50 years or so? Trees would overtake the area, and that's alright by me.
And they'll do that anyway if you just leave the buildings intact.
Yeah, but then I don't get to see a cool ass explosion.
Maddox the Low Rocks Mitchell.
You shoot me too.
No.
Okay.
I need you
You're
alive.
cursed. You have to deal with it.
She's just like, she's at her wit's end, honestly. Like she's gonna snap you guys.
The three who are closest to Kat right now. She looks across you three, and she looks at Aura, who hasn't said anything. And she seems calm and she
just-
nods. Then she looks at Lee and Maddox and just shakes her head.
Fucking
I just look back at her.
Flatlander, I don't give a shit.
I just look at her.
Yeah, fucking flat.
Anyway, 2 nail guns, 2 rivet guns,
Hey, son.
and from supplies we have here, we can give you 40 nails for each of the nail guns, and 40 of the rivets as well. They should work just fine in terms of weaker firearms. They should be almost similar to a low-power handgun. The real problem comes in with, well, if you ever run out of pneumatic pressure, you can't just reload these.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'd give you
Appreciate it.
about 20 shots in each gun before it really
Okay.
becomes an issue. Then you might start losing power. Might just have a couple of jams, I don't know.
Okay. Good to know. Either way, thank you.
Yeah. It shouldn't be an issue anyway. I don't imagine many of you use guns all that often.
I'm mostly with blades, but you know, when I have a, you know, a small firearm, just. Aura, what are you doing?
The team.
Right. Well, in that case, good luck, and try not to die.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I'll see that the others try to do their best too.
Right, well, you can only try.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you later. We're probably gonna just, you know, wait till sundown and then head out.
Of course. And,
Well, actually, do you have any like flashlights, hand, or
any
even
what?
torches? Like
Oh, flashlights or
lights.
torches?
Like, or
Mm.
even just one would do.
We do have a couple of flashlights. You can take one. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, do you have
Just make sure
anyone
you
named
return it.
Juan?
All right, I'll make sure that comes back to you. I'll hand it back personally.
They have a Juan Deeg.
Juan Dig.
Was that truck back there still there?
That truck? What truck? You mean the one on the main
red
street?
truck, the one from freaking Hatchet Boy.
Oh yeah, Hatchet Man's truck.
Yeah.
It is not still there now.
Darn.
I just can't really change the map.
I was gonna like go back and steal it.
No, the Hatchet Man's truck is gone.
Are we
Right.
ever gonna see Hatchet Man again?
That's for
Maybe.
you to find out.
Oh, I want to kill him.
No,
Why do you want to kill everyone?
he just wants to swing his axe or his freaking sword. He wants to
don't
see the
know.
big numbers.
Things have been bothering Lee lately. He hasn't gotten enough lifting time.
You had a week.
Go lift the bridge.
It's not a drawbridge. No, it is.
Like Sarah just starts riding her water bicycle, freaking in the river again. Just like, yeah, come on, leave. It's time to go.
Right. Kat will continue her work on various things. It looks like she's designing blueprints. And from what she's drawing and how she's drawing it, you can tell Oscar was probably wrong. She actually was probably in school to be an architect. Oscar just doesn't pay attention.
Savvy won't bother her. You know, she has enough on her plate.
Psst. Hey,
No.
Savvy.
No,
Savvy.
What?
Can you ask her about the dragon zombies?
no.
I would like to know.
Please.
Please.
It's
I'll
probably
give you-
better that.
I'll do something for you.
Will you be
Dragons.
quiet? Will you be quiet during the mission?
Yes.
Then I'll ask her for you. Okay.
Make sure she'll give us the bodies.
If she
has-
finds one, if she has any,
Okay.
I'll
okay,
ask
thank
her.
you,
Okay.
thank you.
Pinky promise. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking
Hey,
children.
Hey, Kat.
Yes.
I'm sorry to bother you. Lee wants to know if you have any of the dragon bodies or like spare, or you know if there are any around. He wants one apparently, and I promised that I would ask if he would be quiet during the mission.
Not on this side of the river, no.
Okay. Thanks. Anyways.
If I see one that happens to cross, it gets shot. it gets shot, either flies across or dies and falls into the river.
Okay.
So I guess we gotta go looking in the river then. Or
Well,
a
thank
river
you.
dragon.
No
And,
problem.
yep.
If I do find a body, I can give it to you guys, but don't expect one to make it that far across the river.
Yeah, appreciate it. Savvy would relay that to Lee. Like, if she finds one, she's gonna hand it to us, okay?
Yeah, I bet that bitch lied.
Hey, hey. Hey. Lee, not cool. But remember your promise, okay?
Yeah,
You good?
sure. You shouldn't have said that I was looking for it, but whatever. She probably lied because she knew I wanted it. She doesn't like me. I like
Lee.
Oscar. Oscar's better. Oscar's nice. He's
Cat's
Wow,
actually
this is-
nicer than Oscar usually. Guys are just annoying as fuck.
Everyone are just it's just freaking Maddox and Lee and Maddox and Lee.
I'm sorry.
Mostly Lee.
You talking shit, Savvy?
Yeah, Lorax. I'm talking shit about you. You just walked through the water, buddy.
I didn't realize what that was for a second.
Yeah,
Fuck
well,
off.
he says
All
as he
right?
fucking jumps into the river.
You talking shit? Jumps in the river.
I'm out of here. Fuck you.
Alright,
so Maddox is under the bridge now.
Yeah. Flowing down the river.
Someone help me.
I get to shore by myself because I'm a fucking proper forest man.
Shut up and get back on the bridge.
Yeah, Savvy will just like, what is there to do while we wait? Actually?
What is there to do while you wait? Well, you could look around the survivor outpost. You can try and help build. You could look for some supplies. Maybe talk to some people for trade. It's really up to you if you have anything you want to do before you were to set out.
Yes,
Is
I would
anyone-
like to meet her
Hey,
and then be like a.
hey. You got a
Then I
battle
get it.
axe?
I can't even look at these people anymore.
No, there were no antique stores on this side of the river. If there was one anyway, it must have been looted beyond recognition. There should be one somewhere on
Should
the other
be.
side, by a gym, probably. I don't know for
By a
sure where
gym,
it
you
was,
said.
but I passed by it while heading to class for one semester.
Thank you.
Hey, Maddox, I'll help you with that antique store if we can go to the gym.
Son, do you think I'm gonna go there and get tired for no reason at all?
Oh, you don't have to do. You just gotta go with me because they won't let me go by myself.
Can I break shit?
If you break my gym equipment, I'll kill you.
No, just break like the mirrors and shit.
You have to leave at least one mirror. I lift in front of a mirror.
Help me!
Man, we'll see. We'll see.
Help me!
You know what, me? I'll drive you there. If you need it.
Leave the bike. Like, honestly.
Escapism!
Escape is my only option at this point.
Alright, well. Leave,
Look, you gotta come with us.
Okay, is there
We need all the hands
anything you
we
guys are
can
going to be
get.
doing at the survivor outpost before you leave?
Savvy
I'm gonna
wants to look
sleep.
about, see if she can grab like any ammo for her gun.
Alright.
I want to try and get more herbs and stuff.
She probably should have like actually talked to
Cat?
that or Trader Boy. I'm gonna call him
Jeremy.
Trader Boy now. Jeremy. Jason. Jason.
Jason! His
But,
name's Jeremy.
Yeah, it's Jason now. Um,
Wow,
So
I
remember-
probably should have
yeah,
talked to him
like,
about
we're-
freaking .38 ammo, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
Lee is gonna unintentionally be smart and sleep before the night mission.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Hey, I'll follow suit.
Question is, where you're sleeping, and does anyone need any healing?
No, we slept.
Everyone's
we-
good.
we
Yeah,
were-
it's been a week. You guys
yeah.
are fine right now.
Cody,
What's up?
this is a tree?
That is a tree, yes.
Okay, well then that means that I can sleep fine underneath it.
Yes, you can. Though there are the sounds of building right next to you.
I mean, like people building or just like.
Yes.
No, like
Oh.
buildings sitting there.
Yes, buildings
Quiet.
talking to you.
Buildings speaking to you again, Alex. What do you do?
Admittedly, not the best question. I'll accept that.
God damn it, Lorox. You speak with the trees, not the buildings.
Are you looking for anyone in the survivor camp to trade with? Is for the ammo, or are you just seeing if you can steal ammo from people?
No, she's actually looking to trade. Like she has money.
All right, roll a d100.
Sure. I'm gonna roll bad this one, so I can have good the next one. Never mind.
Okay. You never roll bad. What are you talking
You find a
about?
guy who's set up in a like it used to be a taco van, but he's
my God.
painted over. He's painted over the tacos with the taco like van logo with just in large letters guns and ammo.
This is like my favorite kind of convenience store. It's just like guns.
I would like to.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Name's Tony.
name's Savvy.
What you looking for?
.38.
138, yeah. Really common ammo type, that one. A lot of people use it
Yeah.
for self-defense and all that. How much you looking for?
I only have 3 mags and one of them's like half empty. I was looking for at least 2 more,
2 more, huh?
at least. You know, give or take. I have some cash with me.
Well,
Also struck
2
them.
mags. What kind of pistol you running with?
She takes out her hand purse, the pink one, and shows him her 38.
Okay.
She what was it? Freaking takes out the mag and then offers it to him.
All right. I can't remember what I said the capacity for this one was.
It was 7
Yeah, 7.
rounds per mag.
Yeah. 7-round mag, 1 chamber. You looking for 2 mags? You said.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in terms of cost of the ammo, it's gonna depend on if you're looking to buy the magazine with it or just the bullets.
I'll take the magazine and the bullets.
Magazine and the bullets. All right. Well, for 38, got quite a bit around here, so say 150 per mag.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, like, She thinks it over. Like, she technically can pay for that, but she also doesn't want to pay that much.
How much? I just got back.
150 a freaking mag, and for
Ooh.
it's like, oof.
Let's
Yeah,
fucking
that's too
rob a
much.
bank.
I don't think I can go that high.
What can you pay?
Like, ballpark of like 100 each, maybe 125.
Well, 100 is the price I use without the magazine. Yeah, so if you want just the bullets, I can give you the 14 rounds, extra 2 for the chambered rounds. So 16 rounds, $100.
All right, yeah, that works. She
Alright.
takes out a different this one is purple and it's an actual like wallet shape, and she takes out about $100 in 20s and 5s.
Pleasure doing business with you. For
Pleasure.
another, because you actually bought some ammo, $20. I'll throw in 1 mag so you can at least load it so you can have it on hand.
Yeah, definitely. She'll take out another 20.
Fantastic. Here you are.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I would like.
Uh,
I would like to
le-
trade as well, if possible.
And then she'll
Sure.
head off and wait. What?
Wait, what?
Let's buy items
What?
like ammo.
Are you trying to buy guns from the man that Savvy's also buying ammo from?
Remember to
Yes,
tell all your
like
friends
the-
about
just
Tony's Guns and
ammunition.
Ammos.
Will do.
Just ammunition.
And if you need a taco, those grills still work.
You're no way. How much for a taco? Come on.
Look, I wish I could. You're gonna need to bring me the ingredients if you want a good taco. But with some of the stuff I got here, I can give you one for $5. But again, I don't have a lot of it. And that's the problem with the $5 thing. But you bring me the ingredients, I'll make you a taco for $1.
Oh God. I'm. Oh, okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, Red Bear boy.
Maybe I should rebrand
Well,
as
let's-
Tony's Guns, Ammo, and Tacos.
Yeah, Red Bear.
So Savvy's on a mad dash to find ingredients for a taco.
Okay, so Lee goes
I
over
would-
to the gun guy, and
How you
he
doing? Name's
asks,
Tony.
Hey, do you sell anything other than guns and ammo?
Well,
Ever?
tacos.
Tacos.
Why, you looking for something more, in your face?
Well, this is just something to look out for. I've been telling everyone I met that sells things, and if you ever see one of those dragon ones and you kill it or you find a body of it, I'll buy the body from you.
Oh, so you're looking to buy a trophy, in a sense.
Something like that.
Well, alright. Well, if I happen to find one, I'll let you know. You got anything you willing to buy? Right now?
I need the full body though, except for the head. I don't need the head.
Well, tell you what, find a body of one, I'll give you the whole thing and the head for one price.
All right.
But if you don't got anything to buy right now, I suggest you let my next customer step up.
Yep. Just wanted to let everyone know.
Fantastic.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to the what is it? Like, hey,
Tony's
my name's
Guns,
Sora.
Ammo, and Tacos.
Hi, my name's Sora.
Name's Tony. Welcome to Tony's Guns, Ammo, and Tacos. Sounds good. Put that on the sign.
I wanted to know if you had any 12 gauge ammo.
12 gauge. Yeah, of
Holy
course.
shotgun
Really
ammo.
common stuff used in, well, most shotguns and home defense, hunting, whatever. Depends what you want, though. Why? You looking to buy some?
I just, yeah, I have this old classic shotgun. I pull out the shotgun from my bag and show it to him. So,
What?
Yeah, no, she has an empty shotgun.
She has an empty shotgun, yeah.
Yeah, how big is it though?
it's double barrel.
It was a double barrel, partially sawn off, not completely, but it was partially.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second.
It isn't like a handheld one, but it's one that you could fold it at the with
Yeah,
the
okay, I
break,
get-
and then you could put it in a bag or something, or hide it under a coat.
Savvy hides.
Only while it's
their-
unloaded, but you know.
Yes, yeah.
At the moment.
All right. Looks like an old double barrel you got there. Looks like it's been used recently too. Run out of ammo for it.
No ammo.
Did you run out of ammo? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I ran out of ammo, so.
Well, hey, that's
at
what I'm
least
here
need-
for. You're gonna buy some more.
At
Then.
least, yeah, I'm gonna need at least 2 bullets at least. minimum.
2 shells. You're looking for 2 shells. What kind are you looking for? Bird, buck, or slug?
I want the buck kind.
Buckshot. Buckshot, alright, we got you on that. Well, buckshot is more used for the home defense type thing. I mean, yeah, birdshot's the most common. Slugs are more rare, but buckshot. Well, I can give you a 1 buckshot shell for $25 each.
$25.
Holy shit, that is highway robbery.
Tony's a good businessman.
Alright, so you said the other shots were more popular. What was the cheapest one you had then?
Oh, big birdshot, $10 each.
Alright, I'll take 2.
Still highway robbery.
He's a good businessman.
I'll take at least 2 at the moment so you can have something to shoot with.
2 birdshot, alright. That's 2 shells of
Two of
birdshot,
the
$20.
And hand him a $20 bill.
Do you have
Fantastic.
a shotgun, Klein?
What?
Like, you have a shotgun, right?
I don't have one on me.
So you just bought ammo for a
No,
gun?
that's not Klein.
That's not Klein, that's Aura.
That's Aura. And who gave her the shotgun?
What?
Aura has the shotgun.
Who gave her the shotgun?
She took it from
found
the
it at the
the convenience
Oh
store.
God, right.
She's been carrying that with her, and you guys just forgot about it.
No, I know about it. I just want to know who gave it to her.
She
Maybe it was
kept
Cody.
it. Nobody took it.
Savvy would have taken it.
So she has two birdshot shells loaded into a shotgun now.
I put it back on
Just
the
acting
bag
well.
and safety and security strap in and walk away slowly with the shotgun safety.
I was doing
security
business
strap
with you.
Thank
Ooh, is anyone else here?
Do you want me to roll anything for finding taco stuff materials?
Taco materials.
Yeah, taco materials. Like she's like asking around.
Is
for, like,
anyone
food.
else going to be buying anything from Tony?
No.
Maybe a
Not me.
taco.
All right, roll me a D100.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Taco girl.
Ooh.
Oh,
You are unable to find any taco materials beyond a tomato.
Can I roll D100?
Tomato.
You found a singular tomato.
Is the tomato
tomato.
even good?
She hates the tomato.
If anyone else, if Savvy mentions this, you guys are welcome to search the survivor camp for any taco
Like, yeah,
supplies.
she's like, God, guys,
Just that was like two.
guys, if we bring enough stuff, we can all have tacos.
Klein, you find a a woman who has a grocery store set up. It's like a stand. Looks like she is a farmer and has been bringing things from just out of town to sell to the survivor camp. She has vegetables and the like, and Aura and Ark, because I'm just gonna put you guys together on that one, managed to find a butcher who has probably fresh ground beef. Probably.
Probably.
It's as fresh as you're gonna find in the apocalypse.
I mean, yeah. So,
Klein, if you want to buy the vegetables for everyone to have a taco, that's like $3, really, because you
Lee
just need
doesn't
like
want
a,
it.
Can afford.
it's like a head of lettuce and a couple tomatoes. I mean,
Lee doesn't want a taco.
and
Well, Lee's getting a taco.
the ground
Maddox-
beef, because
Maddox
it's
doesn't like
not
tacos.
particularly fresh, is going to be about $10 for enough of it for it to actually be good.
I mean,
All right, but
I
if
suppose
you
I'm
get
fine with
taco,
paying that.
Huh?
I suppose I'm fine with paying that.
All right. Do you bring the stuff back to Tony?
if you get tacos, I at least want some more shotgun ammo.
in front of Savvy.
All right, so you bring Tony the taco supplies, and he takes it. He goes into the back, and he comes out with I think Klein, Savvy, Ark, and Aura wanted tacos, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He comes out with a tray of 4 tacos. Just push them across. First one in the house for bringing me the stuff. This should last me for I don't know, at least a couple days.
Nice.
One other taco, $1 each.
Nice. Savvy goes to town on their taco. Wait.
I start eating the taco.
Wait a second.
I
What?
specifically here. Can I quote what Green said earlier? And by earlier, I mean last week. Zombie campaign. How many magic items have you found, Savvy? Well, I found this weird vibrating thing, and now
Taco
you're going
champ.
to town with your taco.
Stop it.
I look at Tony as I finish up eating and tell him I would like at least 3 more shotgun ammo bullets as I'm wrapping up and hand him
Shells.
money on.
Savvy just like takes one of these, like, you're still not allowed to have. You realize it's like, you don't even know how to. He doesn't even know how to use a gun.
It's pretty simple. You point at the thing you want to destroy, and you pull the trigger.
Yeah, I realize, but
the money. And this is like, that's all.
God, I do not trust the gun.
So, can Klein pickpocket the shells off of Aura?
It's loaded
What I
into
was
a gun, my
gonna do-
dude.
What I was gonna do
It's
is I was
already
gonna
loaded.
hand
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
does.
matter.
Yeah, it
What I
does.
was gonna do is was gonna hand Savvy 2 of the shotgun bullets. the shotgun
Why?
shells, for the other shotgun that's empty.
She doesn't
Like-
use the shotgun.
Ark doesn't have one. Maddox has the other shotgun, I think, right
no,
now.
I have a shotgun.
Oh, Ark has the other shotgun. All right. I think Maddox
Alright,
has
so
it too.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, both of you have shotgun.
The one that doesn't have ammo, I'll just hand over the bullet to
Who the
the
shells?
bullets. Yeah, to the shells.
I don't have ammo.
Clyde, do you have a
Just so
shotgun?
that
Gun.
No, but I don't have ammo.
Yeah. Thought so.
Would you like a bullet? Savvy will get you a bullet. Mama Savvy
Just,
will get you a bullet.
just so at least that shotgun could be somewhat loaded for defensive purposes, you know. And then I
If
go
you
with
plan
the
on using that tonight, mm. No, seriously, we
Alright,
need to
well,
be quiet there, or else we're all going to die.
or anything else you guys needed?
That's
Other than tacos. I think I'm good.
Like I said, $1 each for you guys.
Yeah. Here, she takes out a $2 bill that she's been saving.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Here.
$2 bill. Nice, very nice. Even more rare since the apocalypse started.
Yeah.
2 more tacos. There you go.
Thank you.
So, how many tacos could you get with a flaming dollar?
No, Clyde, you can't trade that away. You know what it does to you.
Okay.
Why is that dollar on fire?
You don't worry about it. It's just
Don't
been
worry
like that
about
the
it.
entire time. It doesn't hurt anyone. It's just.
That's
it's just-
impressive.
I-
That
I-
is impressive indeed.
Yeah, it's also terrifying at the same time. You know how long that thing's been on fire?
I'd
It's
guess
just
at
been in
least a
his
week.
Pocket. It's just been in his pocket. It's been fine.
I need to find me one of those.
Yeah, actually, we could use it as a light.
Eh.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't even need the flashlight. We don't even need it. We can use the flaming.
Perpetually flaming dollar. That's a
Yeah.
fancy item right there. Now,
It's terrifying.
like I said, if you guys need any more guns, ammo, or tacos, you know where to find me. For
I
now.
don't need to be stolen from.
Hey, he's an honest businessman. You know, honest.
Businessman.
He's a businessman, man. You got it.
Tony
Come
works
on.
off haggling rules.
Yeah,
Fucking flatlanders.
Tony works off
I-
haggling rules. I mean,
I
he.
think Savvy's the only one that tried to actually like barter with him at all.
Yeah.
The other's just like, yeah, that's a fine price.
Yeah, no, see, if you try to buy something from somebody in the apocalypse, they're gonna give you a really heavy price, then you can haggle with them. That's how Tony works. He's a great businessman because if somebody says, you know, sure, I can pay that, he gets a lot of money. If somebody tries to undercut him, he still makes a deal.
And that's why you state your price first.
All
You
right.
generally win.
Well, Lee is asleep and waiting for night.
Yeah, Savvy eats all the tacos that she can, as in 3 tacos. She hasn't had
Going to
tacos in
sleep.
at least a month.
So if we run low on supplies back at base, can we just come back here for tacos?
Yeah,
As long as you can find the ingredients. He'll sell you tacos so long as you can bring him the ingredients.
Whoa.
He'll sell you tacos anyway, but they'll be more expensive.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys have successfully bought a couple of magazines of ammo, some birdshot, and a total of 5 tacos.
nice.
Well, technically you bought 2 tacos and you were given 4 for free for bringing in the ingredients. But
Yeah.
you guys will be heading into the city then next time.
Next time.
Next time on All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Because I don't have the map set up for this yet.
Next time.
Which I would say is my fault, but I expected you guys to spend more time base building. And I didn't know where you were gonna go. This is the main quest line, alright? I was expecting you guys to get to this part about next session, but hey, you guys don't, I mean, hey, I'm fine by me.
What do you expect from me with my terrible rules on the well?
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. You're gonna need to find a new source of water.
Yeah.
On the bright side, you guys met a new character, Taco Tony.
Yeah.
He needs a token.
He does.
He does. Like you know what I'm fairly certain by the time we see him again, he's gonna have a taco hat.
Yeah. And you have
Okay,
introduced a
Tony.
new store into the world of All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Tony's Guns, Ammos, and Tacos.
Nice.
He added an S to ammos, by the way, so that it would look, the same. Guns, ammos, and tacos.
Oh.
So you know what Savvy's gonna do during the time where it's off while we still wait?
Yep.
She's gonna tell Oscar.
Yeah.
There's a man that sells tacos.
Crazy Tony?
Yeah.
I didn't know Crazy Tony sold tacos. Thought he was
You
just
see?
working out of a taco truck 'cause that was the only thing around that he could actually have a counter
You
for.
see, we found some stuff for some tacos if you want one.
Love a taco. I haven't had a taco in like 3 days.
Months?
Like 3 days.
Oscar, where did you get a taco?
I made one.
From what?
Well, there were some cows that got loose from a farm outside town, right?
Oscar, did you punch the Oscar?
That's how you tenderize meat, right?
Oscar, that's not cool.
Yes.
I think
Oscar,
that's
did
how
you waste the rest of the
tenderized
meat?
No, I gave it to the butcher.
So that's where we got. Oscar, you punched those cows with your fists, and you.
It
just
was
killed
only
them.
one cow. The rest of them went free.
Why didn't you tame those cows? You could have been friends.
I don't know how to take care of a cow.
Yeah, well, there's farmers here that do.
There are?
You could have. Yeah, you know that freaking one lady with the vegetables.
Oh, you mean
It's okay,
Jane?
Oscar. She doesn't know
Yeah.
what she's talking about.
I thought she just grew those like in like a rooftop garden.
Well, I don't know. Maybe she's a farmer.
I mean, she does have a tractor.
Yeah. What kind of farmer doesn't have a tractor?
I mean, no, that's like what. That's how she
Well,
brings her stuff
You
to
think
town.
vegetable farmers and cattle ranchers are the same thing, Savvy?
Well, do you?
God,
know
I live in the mountains and I know more than that.
Maddox, listen, buddy.
Look, either
Where
way,
did you
I
get
just
this
wanted
from?
a taco, so I punched a cow.
Wow.
Oscar, that's not okay.
I just wanted a taco, so I punched a cow. I love you, Oscar. You're great. You know how it is.
Look, you sounded a lot like Kat when she heard that I did this, but she got over it when I gave her a taco. Okay.
I could say something here, but probably not. It's.
Think about it, Savvy. If it wasn't for Oscar, you wouldn't have had that taco.
I mean, I can eat tacos elsewhere.
Can you?
Yeah,
Where are
Where?
you gonna get a taco?
don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna worry about it, Savvy. Don't you worry, I'm gonna worry.
Look, all I'm saying is that it's fine. I mean, I didn't know Tony actually could make tacos, but
Yeah, the grill still works.
really,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's where the propane went.
Did he steal the propane?
Tony stole the propane.
He's not a fucker. That's so good.
All right.
You're telling me Crazy Tony, Taco Tony, stole your propane and your propane accessory.
Well, one can of propane, really. It was just the one. Like I had it set up outside because I was using it for the grill. Because we had some of the leftover beef from when we made the taco. It wasn't the ground beef, regular beef, and I was using it to make a burger too. I thought, burger and a taco, why not, right? So after that, when I came back after eating inside, because you can't eat outside with the zombies roaming around. Ugh.
Yeah.
Might get some blood in your food. Not good. But anyway, so
Wait a second.
oh yeah, I forgot to mention I was across the bridge. We were doing some scouting. Anyway, yeah. So after I went inside and finished eating, I come back outside and the propane can's missing.
And Crazy Taco Tony.
Well, he mentioned a couple days before that about how the taco truck would be great if the grill worked, but he said the grill just didn't have any fuel. Look, I may not be the smartest light in the tool shed, but
Wait a second.
I can at least make a connection like that, okay?
You know,
I may not be the smartest light in the tool shed.
you know, so you're saying you're not the sharpest God, I'm not even gonna
Knife
say
in the
that's
crayon
terrible.
box. No.
I can't.
Even though he's laughing, that's how you know it's bad.
That's okay, Oscar. You do good either way.
Knife in the crayon box.
And that is where we'll be ending the stream for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this session of All Flesh Must Be Eaten.
God, and me now.